This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into a special pre-trade deadline edition of Edmonton Oilers live streams here on Dolynny TV. Now, you might already know who this guy is from the chats. Actually, you don't know him quite yet. This is my buddy Tron. We're going to get him in here to talk. Obviously, you see the Stadium Series beauty rolls up to pick me up this morning in that beauty. How can you deny not getting that on stream tonight? But you know what, as we get ready for this Oilers game tonight, first I think the big move everyone's looking forward to tomorrow, all of a sudden maybe coming to you guys.
Well, nothing's for sure, but there's definitely some rumblings about Carey Price possibly putting on an Avalanche sweater, so getting pretty hyped about to see what comes out of that.
So what's the rumor on the block then?
So far what I've heard is Philip Grubauer, Tyson Jost, Sam Girard, and a couple of draft picks. No word on what the draft picks are, but I imagine some top-end draft picks.
Man, that's almost one I should cover on Dolynny TV just for the views tomorrow.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, that would be the one of the day.
It would be the biggest blockbuster trade in recent history, if I do say so myself.
We'll just do it at midnight tonight.
Well, let's hope so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Dolynny TV. Up to 21 of you now. Chat, how's it going tonight? Of course, we're a little bit on the road this evening for this one. Chat's already getting going, guys. What do we got going on here? You guys are talking about Tyler Ennis. That's one, honestly, that the Oilers are looking at. Now, I think that's more smoke than actual fire at this point. But am I going to be opposed to Tyler Ennis? I don't think so.
Edmonton I think at this point, how could you be?
No, exactly.
How could you be opposed to it?
Be a good fit up there. Well, in place of Nygaard right now is Sheehan and Archibald, and then a guy who could fit up there with, I don't know, Neil and McDavid, or Neil and Kazian, or McDavid and Kazian, however you want to go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Gene Principe up there on the TV, so we've got a couple of minutes to game time now. And what I'm going to tell you, Troy's being such an excellent host tonight. Hopefully, we've got a little bit of a different look of how things work tonight on Dolynny TV. Maybe a little bit more real-time reaction like I promised. Hopefully. I don't know what your TV delay is.
There should be no delay.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, how excellent would that be to celebrate a goal in time with you? Now, here's the thing. Gene Principe, the quick facts for you. 12 points in 6 games without Connor McDavid. Came 3 shy of 100 on the year before Connor McDavid got back.
Well, it's unbelievable to be honest. They're looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, okay,
looking pretty good.
The big reason I've got you on here.
Yeah.
Big reason. You watched that Minnesota game.
I did.
I did not. I was at the Saddle Dome pretending to be a Boston Bruins fan while wearing a Team Canada jersey.
Yeah.
What the heck went wrong there?
Well, I think they took their foot off the gas pedal, to be honest. From what I watched, the first 30 minutes of the hockey game, I think they absolutely dominated. They had complete control of the puck most of the time. Kyler Yamamoto was an absolute beast, if I must say. They got lucky with that Draisaitl goal, which I think should have carried the momentum on their side, but they just didn't take advantage. And Jared Spurgeon took over to the hockey game with the hat trick there, and I think that was the end of it.
And the one play I caught, guys, this is the tough part. The one play I caught is the Ethan Bear giveaway at the blue line, but not on Bear at all for that one.
Not a chance. Any player in that position, the same thing would have happened. I think it was just poor communication, and I think that's pretty much what you can narrow it down to. I don't think there's anything else other than that.
All right, well, here we go. We got the anthems going, so once this Canadian anthem gets underway, we'll be getting it going right away here, so let's get to the chat here for a second. I'll go all the way back to what I can see on my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, pardon me, I only have so much. We've got Robert in here, we've got Gobi, Winslow, Diz Devil, Cody, welcome in, Shirai, welcome in, Andrew, welcome in. Of course, we've got Tim. Tyson, tad bit more volume needed on your end. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's why Tim is here to do what he does. is I've knocked it down just in case, but I didn't think to knock down the TV before knocking down the audio on the computer. That'd be about the way she should go, right? Technically speaking. So let's bump that up. Ooh. Ooh.
What did you do?
Let's knock that down. There we go. There we go. Sorry for the ear problems there. There we go. We should be good. Nicholas, welcome in. Curtin, welcome in. We've got Gren in here, and of course we've got Jason. So the one thing is, if we see Brett before the 10-minute mark of the first period, Brett WB in the chat.
Okay.
We've got a severe problem. The Oilers will lose.
Oh.
That is just the way she goes.
He's been the jinx this year.
No, only if he shows up early. If he shows up late, we're good. So Brett, we're looking for you in about 10 minutes time here. That said, chat's just saying hi tonight. That's unusual. Usually we're in talking, but that must be we're doing a good job. I'm hoping.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, the game hasn't started yet, so there's not really much for anybody to really talk about yet.
And already up to 30 people in the chat. My buddy is Troy. Of course, you've seen him in the chat here on Dolynny TV of recent. He was in there for that Boston game, keeping you guys in check. And I think what we have to say is, Headhunters, this one comes at the expense of you. Yeah. Sammy Vatanen should be NHL ready.
He is a veteran of the NHL, so I would hope he was NHL ready.
And Nicholas already chirping you for being an Avs fan. But guys, no matter how much you want to chirp him for being an Avs fan, this jersey, there ain't no denying how good that looks. You see the similar looking jersey up on my wall, the throwback Colorado Rockies jersey. So it is what it is. But he's got the updated look tonight. And here we go.
No, I quite appreciate the chirps, though. Keep them coming.
McDavid is back. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means we've got ourselves the American anthem coming up. And we will hit this in just a second. Oh, hold on. They've got to do the really hyped up thing for the intro singer. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle in, sit down, get ready. It's time for Edmonton Oilers hockey on Dolynny TV. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She's go time. This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into tonight's special edition, on the road edition. Just a hop, skip, and a jump across halfway to town. So Troy's house for this one. Hopefully a little bit special in the fact that we're going to be able to celebrate goals in time with you tonight. That's
let's hope so.
Kind of what we're hoping tonight, but we'll find out. As we've just got the American anthem finishing up here on the good old TV. What are we talking? We're actually talking Oilers hockey on a TV, on a Dolynny TV live stream. All right, it's craziness. Guys, we're up to 31 in the chat. I only see 6 likes on the stream so far. Definitely that's one thing we got to get going underway is the likes on this stream. Let's get, you know what, let's go back to Boston and let's get 100 people in here for the third period. Guys, that was absolute mint. Jimmy, you're going with Ron Hainsey and Tyler Ennis to Edmonton. I'm not a Ron Hainsey fan, but Ron Hainsey is a guy that, playoffs.
I'm just curious the aspect of it is fine, but what do you get? What do you trade for it? What do you give up to get a guy like Ron Hainsey?
Honestly, I haven't even done the research to know what a Ron Hainsey contract looks like. Quite honestly.
Yeah. To be honest, sorry, just laughing at some of the chats here. I don't think it would be a very good fit for Ron Hainsey. This squad's too young and too fast for a guy like Ron Hainsey. I think Tyler Ennis on his own is fine, but that's about it.
That's about it. All right. So who's watching Mr. Orange? I've got a very good caretaker for Mr. Orange.
Yeah.
He can watch after himself as long as I leave him a blanket on my bed. And that's Curtin for you. That's what Curtin quite likes those anthem ladies all the time.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Calvin Peterson in net for the LA Kings tonight. 3.68 goals against average, .896 save percentage. And that should be good. And Michael, thank you so much. Michael actually liked one of my tweets earlier today as well. So Michael, shout out to you. $5 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're off and running. That's going to have to supply pizza for trade deadline day tomorrow on the live stream. That's for sure. And Hainsey is a $3.5 million cap hit. What do we got Tim for? That's what we got him for. So what do you do? Like a Chris Russell and a pick straight up?
No.
No.
No. The one rumbling I heard that I actually don't mind would be Chris Russell involved with a Mike Green.
Mike
trade.
Green? Yep.
Mike Green would be I think a real nice addition to the Oilers' back end.
Right-hand shot, though, right?
I believe so.
But in place of a Matt Benning in a Game 7 series.
Well, he's got the experience.
Exactly.
Got the experience, and he's got a great shot. He's a guy that's been able to put up points before. So,
and Holland is talking to Anton Slepchev. That won't probably be done until off-season, I think, is kind of the rumor on Slepchev there. And Hainsey, because he's a cup champion, experienced blue liner that can teach our kids a thing or two. But ladies and gentlemen, first things first. Let's get back to hockey, shall we? The referee's getting it going. I don't know what they're all waving themselves out. It's Chase on McDavid and Gagne on that top line tonight, or is that the second line? That's, I mean, you throw those wingers on there, that's got to be a second line.
well, I guess so. It's Connor McDavid, so.
But that first line while he was gone just absolutely emerged, so that was fantastic to see. And we're underway, a little bit of a push face off there. And ladies and gentlemen, this one going to get underway. What do we got? Oilers are 2-1 versus the LA Kings this year. 6-5 win, 2-1 win, and a something loss. I think it's a 5-1 loss if I've got my keyboard shortcuts correct, Tim, right there. And
Looks correct.
Watching it good. Here we go. The Kings in the zone early. They're firing that puck around, and just feel free to jump in and tell me whatever you see that I missed there, Troy. We've got this one going early, and really not much of substance right there, but we're only 35 seconds in, and we should be in for a good game right now. As the NHL trade deadline is tomorrow, so hopefully we get to break some trades here on Dolynny TV. That'd be all right. And the camera's foggy. No, the camera's not foggy. It's just weird lighting in here. But hey, I'm not going to complain about some good Wi-Fi and a good actual TV to watch a hockey game on. And speak of that, second line, top line, right there, they get in the zone. Nuge a little bit slow getting to that puck, and she's going to be an icing. So they already get the icing going early.
Well, this whole thing can win a face-off here.
Right side, it's Yamamoto. Left side, it's Nugent Hopkins beyond Draisaitl. I'd like to see Yamamoto rip one like Nuge has ripped a couple from the face-off play from Draisaitl. That'd be all right.
Yeah, it would be nice to see.
Here we go. No shots yet. We're good. Oh, LA's camera's a little bit foggy. Well, they had a basketball game earlier today. That was their big thing. They had the doubleheader. I guess that's the 221st doubleheader. Lakers, Kings in the history of Staples Center.
I can't imagine that ice would be very good.
Well, I think we're going to find out here. This is all right. Caleb Jones out there with Adam Larson.
You know, the one thing I'm really looking forward to seeing, whether it happened tonight or at least at some point this year, is Patrick Russell scoring his first goal.
Is Patrick Russell in the lineup tonight, Tim?
He is.
He is.
I saw him already. He's playing with Kara, and I actually missed who the other player was.
Haas, maybe? Probably.
Potentially, yeah.
The Oilers have won 3 of their last 4 games against the Kings, so there's a win going to the back there. There we go. We get the fancy kitchen behind us, actually.
Oh, yeah.
That's a complete... I mean, you'd think I'd be paying attention to what's going on, right?
Well.
Because here we go. Shot on, blocked in front, and the Kings kind of setting up zone time here, but just as every time I open my mouth, back the other way we go.
Yeah.
Calvin Peterson out to play it. He's no Mike Smith back there, I'm sure, but...
Nobody's Mike Smith back there other than Mike Smith.
Oh, speaking of, in net for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, Mike Smith. And yes, Patrick Russell has scored a goal this year. Just didn't count. That's the problem. The Kings have the only official shot of the game so far. Oh, there he is.
Keeping my eye on Patrick Russell all night.
And here we go. We're going to... turning over the puck, Gaetan Haas, so that is the guy. Oh, man. This would be the one, too. You've been talking about it for how many ever days now. And
well, I think every time I catch into the stream there, I'm always hoping for it. Always hoping for it.
The amount he's been playing.
Always love seeing a guy get a goal. that he,
Needs very badly.
I seen this. Mike Green and Anthony Ciu. I can see Mike Green. Anthony Ciu is going to be tough to bring in, though. He's got a, if I'm correct, I think it's a $4 million cap hit.
You'd be talking north of $9 million coming in bare minimum to get both.
Correct.
And then you'd be talking having to find a way to send out a bare minimum of $8.5 million.
Yeah.
Which is just nuts. That's the problem. If you're talking about acquiring both, it gets very sticky very fast, and I think both names attached to that trade have to be Gagne and Manning full up. But then you're talking probably your first round pick.
True. Green is a 5.3. Oh, and she was $3 million. Okay.
So 8.3. So maybe only a Gagne and a Russell plus a pick. Ooh, and
well,
blocked by Legason too.
What kind of pick would you have to give, though?
We don't have our third.
I think you can get away without doing a pick, but maybe throw in.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe throw in a prospect. Maybe not one that's super high up, but someone who could be a bottom 6 guy on a Detroit Red Wings lineup, which isn't saying much. No offense to Detroit fans, but they haven't been having the best of seasons.
Somebody like I don't know, who am I thinking? Cooper Marody, who had his chance last year. Ken Holland wasn't here, so kind of got forced in the lineup early in the season under Peter Chiarelli and Todd McClellan. Then got forced back in the lineup under Ken Hitchcock, and I think played most in a game of like 5 minutes and 45 seconds on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
So really hasn't got a chance to prove anything, but a guy that would definitely fit that bill.
This is true. Tyson, I see here, what would be your ideal addition before the deadline?
My ideal addition before the deadline, Kings just getting into the zone here, shot on net, goes wide. My ideal addition is already in the lineup tonight. A healthy Connor McDavid. And I know that's a little bit of a cop-out, but that's
a bit of a cop-out.
That's something I've been saying since this whole trade deadline ramped up last week, is simply put, there's no better trade deadline acquisition the Edmonton Oilers could get out there on the trade market than getting Captain Connor McDavid back in the lineup. Now, yes, no matter what, he was, Yamamoto just rang her off the crossbar. Wow. But, he was coming back no matter what. But I think if you're looking for it, ideally a third-line centerman, I think that's where Anthony Ciu fits the bill. And I think, end of the day, one name that still sticks with me is a guy like Connor Brown. Connor Brown, if Ottawa's willing to part with him for the right price, I know he hasn't been floated as much as he was on the offseason, I think that would be a really good one for the Oilers. And I mean, that's just a popular name because I'd like to actually say, here's what I had figured out in the offseason and here's what the Oilers did. Oh, what a shot by Benson in tight. That's a guy he shot the puck on a lot in the AHL.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, back to the trade deadline acquisitions, I personally think unless you really believe your team has a firm chance to win the Stanley Cup, I don't think you should be doing anything too crazy at the trade deadline.
So would you be... The Oilers, I'd say, kind of have this weird 4A, 4B bottom six, or maybe a 3A, 3B, depending on how you look at it when Nygaard's in the lineup. Would you be looking to separate those lines and create an actual third, fourth line, or would you bring somebody in that fits that A-B mold?
I think it depends on the chemistry that you would be bringing in. Like what kind of, it depends just how they could roll the 4 lines out. If you look at Boston's a prime example. They can roll 4 lines out, no problem. And I think each and every one of their lines is definitive as a first, second, third, and fourth. So,
and that's
if the others could somewhat mirror that, that would be more ideal.
That's it. It literally comes down to any given night. If you've got X, Y, and Z in your bottom six, it's 3, 4, or X, Y, and Z, it's 4A, 4B. And that's kind of obviously what you saw rolling when, yeah, he dropped his mask. That was a good shot.
That was a great shot. That's how you rattle a goalie right there.
Oh no. Oilers getting the job done early. And hot take hockey. What's going on? Just hold on. You mind passing me my phone there? I'm just seeing X Snipes coming in with betting 3 at something here. What do we got, guys? We're on commercial break. That's good. And you know what? We got a dono here on the stream, so no ad needed to be done. But I could see us moving a prospect like Maximov or maybe Samorukov. I don't think we're moving Samorukov. And John, I wasn't ignoring you. I actually see like 3 different wrenches here, and I'm very confused as to who's who because I'm a little farther away from my computer screen than normal. But that said, this is my buddy Troy.
Howdy.
John with Hot Take Hockey, covering all things Oilers all the time. All things Oilers, all things NHL all the time. Making that mad bank on the views when it comes to the Leafs getting shut down by a Zamboni driver. The best story of
that. That was absolutely unbelievable.
Absolutely. And I think Tim obviously probably not having a good night, but that's all right. Here we go. Prime Dubs, welcome in. And ladies and gentlemen, feels good to take a break. That's the thing. It's good to always take a break once in a while in these streams, let me tell you. What do we got? It was so funny, Toronto losing. Yeah, Toronto losing was a weird one because, yeah, I mean, for me, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh man, Toronto's just going to light it up. Like, it's going to be absolutely unreal. Toronto's going to score 7 goals in the second period. And then they scored, what, 2 more and that was it? You're seeing good things or bad things?
I'm seeing very good things for the Oilers' future, actually.
Oh, what are we seeing?
Ilya Konovalov has 14 shutouts in his last 70 KHL games.
Oh, man. That's a guy, ladies and gentlemen, if you've followed the 2019 prospect update videos I've done once every month or 2, that's a name that pops up halfway through every video, kind of looking at his stats. Problem is, elite prospects, very shady with their KHL goalie stats.
Well, tonight he stopped 34 shots, recorded his 4th shutout of the season. I'd say that's something the Oilers can look forward to.
Still under contract next year in the KHL.
Which is fine.
But I mean, at 23 coming over to North America, guys, we had Mikko Koskinen come over here at 30 and look at what he's done, relatively speaking, for what he was doing before going to the KHL quite a few years ago. Right now, Oilers in their zone again. Maybe I should pay attention a little bit more. Oh man, Mike Smith, beauty of a battle save. Beauty of a battle save right there. And now Ethan Bear doing his best to stay on it. Darnell Nurse still on 2 feet in front of the net. This is a positive sign. Connor McDavid a little bit worked over, but look at that patience by Bear. Oh, excuse me. Baja Blast. Baja, wow. Ethan Bear, Darnell Nurse playing pitch and catch. Everybody getting a line change in. It's Mike Smith in net tonight. We're going to get this going. Leon Draisaitl up the middle, and look at that, dancing through everybody. Back to Yamamoto. Wouldn't it be something if this line just keeps doing what they're doing and Connor McDavid has a silent night?
Oh, I can see Connor having a silent night. I mean, it's his first game back. He's going to try. I don't think he's going to push it too hard, especially if this line starts dominating the way they have in recent games.
So if we take the over-under on Connor McDavid's minutes tonight, where are you setting?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? That's fair.
It's a good start.
I know Dave Tippett said they weren't going to hold him back, so I mean, we've seen what that means in 50 other games this season, so it's good.
The way I see it is you kind of got to look at who his line mates are. You're not going to give Chiasson and Gagne more than 20 minutes tonight either, though.
No, exactly. And I think what'll really determine Connor's minutes as per normal every night, simply put, the power play. And so far, we haven't seen one of those as the 4th line getting back to work.
Patrick Russell.
This Patrick Russell. Look at him, just falling down, greasing a puck to the boards. Like, I mean, You got to feel for a guy like that without a goal and just goes in, night out, does nothing fancy, just works hard and goes where the puck is and tries to create a chance. But here's a chance for the Kings, and they fire it over top of the net. Up and out of play. And Chad, how's it going? Konovalov is actually crazy so good, but he might not come over to North America. That's a third-round pick at the end of the day.
There's lots of talks about guys that might not come over, but I think eventually they always do. For at least a year.
Well,
try it out.
I'll think about how long everybody said Kovalchuk was never coming back. And then after about 2 or 3 years, all of a sudden the rumbling started, and then it took another 2 to 3 years, and there he was.
Well, I think Kovalchuk's dream was always to win a Stanley Cup, and he's not going to quit until he gets it.
And with Washington, oh baby.
What better chance could you have given him?
I think I saw the best tweet of the night where it's going to be the Washington Russians are going to do nothing but one-timers all night, every night until they win the Stanley Cup.
Why not?
Oh my goodness. All right, about 10 seconds behind my feed-wise, so that's good. 10 seconds. Troy, that's 10 seconds.
That's not bad.
Not 45.
That's not terrible.
My goodness, let's go.
Yeah.
There's
you
actually,
can see it in here too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see it when hopefully the Oilers score a goal. 10 minutes into this one almost.
Yeah.
And so far, so good out of the Oilers. I mean, in terms of not getting scored on, which they got scored on 5 times against the Wild, so anytime you're not down 1 already 10 minutes in, I'll take it. And I really need to get to that water right away here. This ball held blast is not doing the trick. Drew Doughty. Haven't seen much of him yet. And realistically, this puck's kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, not much to really talk about this game so far.
And Dylan, am I watching on Sportsnet? You betcha I am. Sportsnet on Real TV. Real TV. I don't know. The Oilers have definitely had a couple good chances, but nothing sustained. Like that Benson chance, jammed it into the goalie, over, covered, face off.
It's like a one chance kind of deal. There's no second chances coming with them. They're a one time thing, and then it's out of the zone or blown whistle.
That's the thing. The Oilers definitely, success depends on getting that sustained zone time and getting a couple of good chances on net before banking one past a rookie goaltender in Calvin Peterson. And I mean, realistically, as the Oilers, what more could you ask for in the return of Connor McDavid other than to be cursed with the rookie backup that always seems to just kill us? That's just the way she goes, right?
Well, you never know.
But that said, I mean, you get a couple more shots than 3 this period, and you might stand a chance too.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Throwing it down. Throw it at the net.
To McDavid across feed, and
it's just too fancy.
Yep. An overpass by Connor McDavid, and right there, good chance to rip it too. And you know Connor McDavid's got a very good chance to rip that puck.
All day he does.
I think
if there was one thing to knock Connor on, it's that. Is not shooting the puck enough.
Absolutely. And when do we see Bouchard? We see Bouchard a couple days
season.
ago.
I think back in an Oilers uniform, you don't see him until
No.
next season.
No.
Which is quite unfortunate.
I don't know. I think from my perspective, it's just nice to see that we're not committed to ruining another guy. Especially my take on it, guys. This is going to sound crazy for me because I know I'm harping a lot more as the season goes on Oilers fans in general. Just saying, the simple fact is, if we got Bouchard in the lineup, we're in playoff race right now, right? Like, I think it's 4 points separates first through fifth.
Yeah.
If Bouchard was in the lineup, had a giveaway, cost us a goal, then had a giveaway on a power play or something as a second unit, cost us a goal. So 2 goals in a game. And that was the game all the fans look at as turning the playoff race from a race to us dropping out. I think Bouchard would be hated amongst Oilers fans just because he blew our chance. I mean, that's a little bit of an overreaction, I think.
Well,
but
you're just playing the what-if game, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I-
what if he didn't do that and
No,
actually
that's-
created 2 scoring chances that led to 2 points for the Oilers, or
That's-
4 points for the Oilers, or 6 points?
That's fair enough, and that's a good counter argument. And I think my only problem with that is just simply put, I'm so used to seeing it one way, right? I've never seen it go the other way of recent memory.
Well, that's just Oilers hockey, unfortunately. But I think there's time for it to turn around here.
Absolutely. So what do we got going on here? How about Kovalchuk taking up cap space on 4 different teams right now?
It's unbelievable. You know what I love the most? I just seen a tweet from Pierre LeBrun that you actually mentioned that Montreal was retaining 50%, and that 50% leads to about $76,000, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
$76,000 for Kovalchuk for the rest of the year from Montreal after getting kicked off Los Angeles, after whatever happened in New Jersey, if I can even remember correct.
Yeah.
And now he's getting half a paycheck from the Washington Capitals to go on a playoff run. My goodness.
He's living the dream right now.
All right, so Calvin Peterson, that's a guy that's been in the
Those
side.
stats were something awful, I'm not going to lie.
He's been down there facing our Bakersfield boys a lot, which actually, like 2 games ago, a third of our lineup was Bakersfield guys. So a couple of these guys know him, should be able to beat him once or twice at least, and we should be good. There you go. As Drew Doughty up, and Kopitar can't get that going. They'll just reverse it around to Forbert. Honestly, I don't think Derek Forbert would be my first pick to be playing with Drew Doughty, but you look
What
at
else do they
someone
got in there, man? They've traded them all away.
Yeah, Martinez now with the Vegas Golden Knights, so
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to be left for the old trade deadline tomorrow, other than I think a couple of guys in Detroit and a couple guys in Ottawa. That's about it.
Well, if I was being honest here, I think LA next year is going to make a serious run at Detroit's record of least amount of points in a season.
You're figuring Quick is gone too?
I think even if Quick stays, it's not going to help their situation.
Fair.
I mean, if you look at Detroit, their goaltending situation isn't horrible. Jonathan Bernier has been playing probably some of the best hockey of his career. And Jimmy Howard is obviously not what he used to be, but he's still better than a lot of the goaltenders that, well, I guess a lot of backup goaltenders that most teams have. So
Here's the interesting part, I think. We have to get to the chat here for a second.
yeah,
Do you see the name I was pointing out to you earlier?
yeah,
There we go. Brett's in the house 12 minutes in. 12
he did it
minutes
on
in.
purpose.
He did it on purpose. That's right. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I
Vegas
see
Golden
Headhunters
Knights.
is in here now.
Vegas Golden Knights up 1-0 against Anaheim. 66 goals first period for the Oilers this season, most in the NHL. And we're sitting here in a 0-0 game against the LA Kings. Yeah, that's how she goes. I'd really like to see, like honestly, right, that fourth line chip in a goal. Patty Russell, they just go to work, get a goal, and then you get a goal out of a guy like Matt Benning tonight. That'd be huge. There we go. And Robert's got the facts. Right now, both Winnipeg, Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, all right in the thick of the playoff hunt in the Western Conference, and that would be something.
When he's saying the only Canadian teams, I'm pretty sure Toronto's still in a playoff spot.
Toronto's actually tied with Florida for third, or else 1 point back of Florida for third. They've been flip-flopped in the past 5 games or so.
Wow. But they would
Toronto's
still
still
be
in.
in. Yeah.
Toronto's still in.
I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Because Ottawa and Montreal are no guys. So, yeah, Toronto would still be there.
Ooh, there's a good chance, but the Oilers can't get it going, so now we got to get something. Nope.
See? Again, no second chances.
Yep, nope. One goes wide and you can't get it back in front of the
Did
net.
you see the two guys down there wearing Sakic and Patrick Waugh jerseys? Looks like I'm not the only Avalanche fan watching the Oilers game tonight.
There we go. I hope they at least got to the Stadium Series for the third period.
What a nightmare that was.
We'll talk more about that in the...
We really don't need to.
No?
It was kind of a nightmare game.
All right. Oh, look at it. A solid pass back to the red line at center. 2 points up on Florida. All right. So there we go. Tim's got the facts. Toronto's still 2 points up on Florida, but that's how tight it is in that division as well. They just keep flip-flopping Florida for Toronto depending on who can lose 2 in a row and win 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the chance. Ooh. Okay, Oilers getting this puck. There we go. There's finally a second chance. Finally,
We
maybe.
see a third.
Maybe. Ooh, here we go. Nuge, strong stick.
Shoot it!
Dry settle.
Oh, man. I
So we
get
gotta
too
get this
excited.
going.
I got to stop.
Oh, keep
Too
it going.
excited.
Keep it going. Nope. Nuge down. Yamamoto. Okay, this is where Yamamoto really succeeds. Look at that. Knocks the much bigger defenseman down to the boards. Falls down. Looks like he hurt himself.
Oh, that.
Yeah, Yamamoto's hurt, ladies and gentlemen. That is not good news. He's limping off to the bench. I have follow back the other way. Yeah, that's ugly. You don't like to see that.
Nicholas here telling me I need to talk about the stadium game. Well, it was a tough loss.
But one
Tyler
that,
Toffoli was traded a day later after scoring a hat trick. Kind of wished he was traded that day. Not gonna lie. And it happened to be against the LA Kings, which was quite unfortunate.
oh, there we go. Good shot.
But
Good
to be
work.
fair, Jonathan Quick did stand on his head during that game.
Okay, that's all right. So yeah, Kyler Yamamoto looking hurt. Look at that. Ooh, that is. He is completely red. He's in so much pain.
I think he'll be okay.
Here we go. Yep. It's Kyler Yamamoto. What do we got to worry about? The guy's a trooper.
He is.
Hurt isn't injured. Give him some time. Couple of shifts off. Throw Connor McDavid back with Draisaitl and Nuge.
There you go.
Light it up. He's on the bench, not at the back, so it's not a horrible. Hopefully, well, that's the key, right? Just Yamamoto, let him rest. Roll the other 3 lines. We're good.
Yep.
What do we got going on here? Oh, Nicholas was actually getting right in on you.
Yeah, he was.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ford commercial. We're up to 18 likes on the stream. I think we've got enough people in the chat to actually push that to 20. So if somebody wants to hit that like button, let's get it going.
Yeah, let's get going, folks.
And nothing is Brett's fault. Now, Brett did exactly what his plan is, exactly what the plan here on Dolynny TV is. Like, if I could just have, like, time delays on who can join the stream when, we'd be real superstitious. Now, I'd have to kind of cut that for the playoffs because I want everybody in here celebrating, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
And look at this. Tin knows what's up.
Yes, we did eliminate the Flames last year, and it was definitely one of the better feelings I've had watching hockey. I would not put it in the top 2 though. I think those belong to the Avalanche Stanley Cup wins, which I was alive and remember both of them very much so.
There you go.
Oh, Connor.
So we're all worried about Kyler Yamamoto over here. Meanwhile, Connor McDavid took one off the skate and no one got it. And
What I don't
God, thank
understand is
you.
why these guys aren't wearing the skate guards. Are those not a thing? Skate guards that you can put around your whole skate
Yeah.
to protect that region?
You know Chris Russell wears one.
Does he?
He does. As far as I last remember, because I think he's a guy who...
Well, the guy blocks 30
Yeah.
shots a game, so he definitely needs one. And 30 was just an exaggeration. I don't need anybody stat checking for me.
So here you go. You want to hear about that Vegas goal? Tim's got the quick stat. Patrick Brown, his first, an assist to Greg Quinney, the Las Vegas or the Nevada native. He's from Nevada, and then of course Ryan Reeves with his 6th. That's
Ryan Reeves, 6 assists. Can you believe
oh,
it?
here we go. Oh, that's a chance. And Calvin Peterson gets down, and there's Chase on. We're winning this game. Chase on's getting uppity. As soon as Chase on gets uppity, we start winning hockey games.
Forbort, the big tough guy, ripping the helmet off.
I miss Chase on's full head of hair he had last year at the start of the year. That's good.
The NHL needs to bring back the mullets.
Oh. And Sam Gagner. I love when Sam Gagner gets in there too.
Well, you got to.
Here we go.
It was 110. Says it was one good series. Well, that it was. If you're not a Flames fan, if you are, I can't imagine it was.
Here we go. Tom McClellan, head coaching the Kings this year. We're 15-1 in their last 16 games at home against the Oilers. You guys know I like to talk about my stupid stats on Dolynny TV. That's a stupid stat. That's one that's just costing the Oilers chances all over the place.
Well, yeah, that's a lot of points given up.
That's if we've played the Kings. Oh, here we go. And talk about it. It's Draisaitl Chase on a McDavid. First line vibes from the start of last year out there now. Okay.
You gotta wonder if McDavid had anything to do with that.
Oh, I'd say he's telling Tippett, Yamo's down, you give me Draisaitl back. Nothing. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, Connor McDavid beat. Connor McDavid got beat by Anze Kopitar. I'll give him a break there. It's Anze Kopitar. It's not like we're talking about
handlers in the league.
Yeah, we're not talking about a rookie beating Connor McDavid on that play. That's fair game. Oh, Tyler Benson bumping this one. So go. Ooh, look at that turnover by Benson, and then look at that turnover by Benson. Classic. Here we go. Shot, block, ooh, and
For what?
slashing penalty to the Oilers. And Tin, we're against Vancouver. If the playoffs started, that wouldn't be bad. Vancouver, an all-Canadian matchup to start the playoffs, would do a lot of incredible things here on Dolynny TV. Let me tell you, you want to talk about a chat that's going to kill each other? That would be a chat that would kill each other. Flames, Oilers a little bit more so, but Flames or Oilers Canucks just as good. And call on us, but not them. I think I was talking to one of my we've used her as a ball teammate on the Pirates a couple of times. Talking about yesterday on the way back home after my epic adventure at the Saddle Dome Friday night. A little bit of a weird get home yesterday, but that said, talking about the Oilers never getting calls. She's a Penguins fan and was talking about the Oilers not getting calls, which really seems weird, but that's good. It's good. Good to see other people see the Oilers don't get calls.
It's unfortunate when you got a guy like Connor McDavid on your team, you're not going to get many calls.
Speak of it. Speak of it. There we go. There is the call. And we got Joseph, thank you for the dono, and we've got, is that JP?
Well, yeah, there it is.
There it is. Hopefully memory served correct and I was right on the Penguins thing.
Well,
I was? There we go. Look at me somehow remembering anything from yesterday. Good go. Joseph, how's it going? First line should now be RNH, Dry, Yamamoto. Well, when you've got Gagne and Chason on there with McDavid, technically speaking, we talk about more big old 4A, 4B. You've got a 2A, 2B, or do you got a 1A, 1B? That's the crazy part.
yeah.
Connor McDavid. Questions now. Nuge draws a penalty. Short-handed. Nuge is...
Can't complain about
No.
that.
Because now we got Gaetan also out there shorthanded with, look at who's out there. Mr. Kyler Yamamoto back on the ice, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get ourselves a power play here. What is it? It's going to be about 30 seconds long. And
Roughly.
here we go. And again, guys, I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. The right support for Connor McDavid is not a 40-goal scorer on his wing. The right support for Connor McDavid is a beauty of a two-way forward like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is when he's on the wing. That's end of the day. That's all it comes down to me.
I think I would have to disagree with you on that.
You would?
I think Connor McDavid does need a guy that can score goals because as it's been proven and as we've talked about tonight, Connor doesn't shoot it enough. If he's always looking for that pass, then give him a guy who's going to be able to shoot it.
That's fair. And I think that's what made Chiasson very successful last year early on is he just was ripping whatever puck came his way.
Wow, that's just it.
All right. And Tin's checking the playoff. Ooh, here we go. Connor McDavid. Here we go. Hold on. Coming back. Oh, yes, sir! Let's go! Woo! Talk about a 40-goal scorer on the wing. How about Leon Draisaitl? Woo, baby. Oh, that's a heck of a rip.
Oh, we actually
And
weren't
look
too
at
far
that.
off
We
on
were
that.
ahead of it, ladies and gentlemen. There's some hype for you. Someone who can shoot and has speed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is, at the end of the day, Leon Draisaitl. Look at this. Absolutely a beautiful effort by Caleb Jones to recoup that puck. Draisaitl drop pass, back across, one-timer back of the net.
Not a chance.
Ooh, there we go. Took about 4 of those in the playoffs into my veins, and I'm good with that right there.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I got to celebrate a goal like that, not knowing it was coming.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Horrific LA giveaway.
And that goes for another power play goal.
Yep. Tim, I think to that, Jones getting that big assist on that power play goal, we'll take it.
Yeah.
There you go. Connor McDavid back. He's got a point. Draisaitl now 2 points shy.
Are we able
Of
to
100.
scroll up through this chat? quickly?
Absolutely. Did you miss something?
Just closer to the top before, like right at the stream started here. Go back down a bit. I believe it was something Michael had said. Can't quite remember. Down. It's after his. Don't forget it. I can't find it.
Can't find
There's
it.
too much chat in here, which is a good thing.
Oh, Michael. $5 for every McDavid point. Troy's greasing for it tonight. Wants that pizza for trade deadline day tomorrow. All right, here we go. Oh, now we talk about giveaways. The others give away this puck off a face-off win. Now you've got Draisaitl. Oh, what there? The period's already over. Ladies and gentlemen, the period's already over.
There we go.
And Shane's in here talking about McDavid's girlfriend.
Well, that's not hockey talk, is it?
That's not hockey talk. We don't talk that.
I do see Tin. We're against Dallas if the playoffs started today. Dallas doesn't scare me. They, I think Colorado can handle Dallas.
Yeah.
About as easy as we handled the Calgary Flames last year, so I'm not too concerned. If we can get past Dallas, I think we're going to be just fine in the playoffs.
Not scared of playoff Radulov?
Not if we get Carey Price backstopping for us.
Oh, man. That's kind of exactly what I've got Troy on here today. This is kind of the advanced edition of the trade deadline stuff that we're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Troy and I were talking about this idea the other day, and I wanted to get this going because the other day we were talking about Carey Price.
We were.
And now you get a beautiful jersey like this today, and secondary to that, the rumors get swirling a little bit more about this Carey Price thing, and how can you not get excited for that if that comes to fruition tomorrow?
Well, the thing is, I'm not going to get too excited. I'm not going to hold my breath on Carey Price becoming an Avalanche because that's a lot for Montreal to give up, even though what we're giving up is a pretty big package. But it would be nice to see. It would be like the 1995 season all over again. And I believe the last time that happened, Colorado did win the Stanley Cup. we just need Carey Price to tell Mark Bergevin that he's never playing another game in a Montreal uniform again.
Just throw his hands up.
And it would be perfect, yeah.
That'll be all right. We've got, I don't think the Canadians are playing today, though, so I have to walk into old Bergevin's office and say, hey, you traded Kovalchuk. That was my guy.
Yeah.
Now that said, Verexel, can't ignore that. I see blue on the screen. I have to get to that right away. Verexel, thank you so much, and welcome to the chat. This is Verexel's first chat of the night, and he's in here with a dono. And let's see, Dallas usually flounders in the playoffs last 5 years, second round and gone. All right. And then we've got loyalty. That Price contract ain't worth it. I don't know. Price with an actual team in front of him?
The thing is Colorado's got the cap room to do it, and Nathan McKinnon's contract doesn't need to be renewed for another 3 years. We don't have to worry about Cale Makar's contract for another 3 years. So, and with the cap always rising, it's really not a big deal.
Well, and the weird part is, right, we're sitting here hovering at $81.5 million at the cap right now. That's the ceiling. Seattle is less than a year and a half away from joining the NHL full time.
Yeah.
And the cap's just going to go like that when they do.
Yeah.
So that's the other side of this is teams. Do you expect teams at the deadline to maybe start making those bolder moves, knowing that, hey, if we go through a little bit of pain next year, we can really have a team when Seattle gets in?
It'll be interesting to see. Really not sure.
That's the thing that wrecks me. Every time I get all excited, I have a buddy up in Cold Lake. We've played ball with him. He's always, well, what about Seattle? What about Seattle? Always about Seattle. That, you know what I'm talking about. You're always, the question always is, what about Seattle? And that's something I don't think the NHL is talking enough about right now.
Well, there's nothing to talk about yet. They don't have a team yet. There's nobody. There's no. They haven't. They haven't even released their logo yet. There's nothing to get too excited about Seattle just yet.
And we still got a whole
Seattle
another
can
year
talk
of
about
hockey.
when Seattle is actually a thing. When, like, I know it's a thing. I mean, they're going to be a team, but until they have a roster, a jersey, things like that, there's nothing really to talk about. It's all just hearsay until then. So what's the point?
And we haven't seen the kind of Vegas model happen with Seattle, where Vegas, as soon as they were announced, the next week they pretty much signed that one kid out of the Brandon Wheat Kings. I can't remember the name, but I remember it being a Wheat Kings player, overager, that they signed to a contract. He was the first ever Vegas Golden Knight, made his debut last year, but we haven't even heard that out of Seattle.
Well, I mean, if you look back at Vegas, nothing was really talked about until they got a logo. They got this, they got that. So, again, like I said, the Seattle thing, Seattle hasn't even crossed my mind because there's nothing to talk about Seattle just yet. But the thing you can talk about is who is each team going to protect and who are they going to let go.
Yeah.
You can talk about that stuff, but I think as for Seattle right now, there's really nothing I could say about Seattle. So.
And from an Avalanche perspective, that's about all you can ask right now, right? It's just not worry and go for it in the time being.
Yeah, my focus is on right now, what the Avalanche are going to do. I did see Nicholas. He's asked me twice now about the Oilers versus Colorado Western Conference Final. That's not really sure what to think about that.
Why are you seeing this?
He says it right here, and he said it earlier, but
okay.
We were in a discussion here. I'm not ignoring you, Nicholas. I've seen you. What do I think about it? Well, that's a tough one. My fiance is an Oilers fan, and I'm an Avalanche fan. So, not really sure what I would think about that right now. I think it would be exciting.
I think that would be a lot of heart-pounding nights here on the couch.
It would be a lot of heart-pounding nights on the couch here. But in all honesty, though, to me, I would be just fine with that because then I know no matter what, one of our teams is going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So
Well, that's I
To
think
look at it in that perspective, bring it on. That would be a great series.
I think from my perspective, if Cale Makar, right, beats the Oilers, goes to the Stanley Cup final, and wins the Stanley Cup this year, right? If he goes, helps the Avalanche all the way there, I can then say I've interviewed a Stanley Cup champion long before I was a Stanley Cup champion.
You can do that.
And I have on video many videos on Dolynny TV long before Cale Makar even came to the NHL yelling about how great Cale Makar was going to be. And if in his rookie season, I know he played playoffs last year, but in his rookie season, he wins the Stanley Cup,
Yeah.
I'm game. I'm game 100%. Colorado, especially if I get to stream a couple of games with this guy during it, can I really complain?
It would be cool. It would be cool.
All right. What do we got? What do we got? We've got Shaden. Can't tell if they're benching Gagne playing the duo again or doing it because Yamo is hurt. I think we saw Yamo out there for a
Yamo
little
was
bit.
back out there.
And
My guess is probably benching Gagne.
yeah. Probably
Or just moving lines around, getting the duo out there to create some chances.
well,
You know, that's probably exactly what it was, actually, if you really think about it. It was probably just the Oilers weren't creating enough chances, and you got to do what you got to do to get some chances going here. So,
yeah. One dangerous chance takes it back in the net, and Oilers fans get treated exactly what they like seeing.
yeah, and that's just that.
End of the day. And the benefit is Caleb Jones gets the secondary assist.
Yeah.
That's my excitement. What do we got? So Vrexel's talking about Jones or Neal to Seattle. That's again, for me,
Ideally, you would want them to take James Neal.
yeah.
That's a bad contract to have. Much better than Milan Lucic. Still a bad contract.
At the end of the day, it's a guy who's been through the process before,
Yeah.
going to the Vegas Golden
And I
Knights.
could see them. I could see Seattle taking him too because because Seattle's gonna need to hit the cap floor. They're gonna have to hit that. So why not take up a guy like James Neal, who,
Yep.
when Vegas picked him up, he excelled there in a whole new market. So I mean, maybe he can be a 20-goal scorer in Seattle.
All right, so Shaden, you're talking about Mike Commodore dropped bomb. If you're talking about the Tyler Ennis stuff, we're still waiting on that. And then you're talking about Green and Ennis. We've talked about that. We'll keep talking about that throughout the night, I'm sure. And Vrexel, I'm risking it tonight. I'm legitimately risking it on the live stream tonight with the TV, but that's all right. We've got it good.
Well, we can turn it down too. We don't need to listen to those yahoos on there.
All right. I don't know where I put the remote.
Well, we just have it right here.
Oh, right there. There we go. Just turn her down. Right there. That'll work. Here we go. What do we got? It's Edmonton 1-0 after the first. Dreisaitl's 36, McDavid's 52nd assist, and Mr. Jones's 4th assist. The guy has like 3 goals, 4 assists so far this year. And
Can't ask for much more.
no,
How about that?
fantastic. And the perfect winger for McDavid is Draisaitl. Well, that's exactly what we turned to as soon as that goal went in.
Yeah.
Hard to argue that chemistry right there. And I mean, in the playoffs, if you need to go down to 2 lines and you're running, I don't know, somebody
Price
with
Andrew into Avs. Who said that?
who said that? Where did we see that?
Mike Commodore. Oh, Mike Commodore.
Mike
I did see the
Commodore, okay.
tweet. The tweet that I saw was just on Carey Price. I didn't see Drouin's name in it. But if he added more to it, bringing Drouin in to reunite him with Nathan McKinnon would be super cool.
Oh yeah,
McKinnon and Drouin, I believe, won the Memorial Cup in Halifax
yep, sounds familiar.
in I don't remember what year. Mike Commodore. Eh? Is
Nope.
Mike Commodore really that reliable though? Has he
No,
predicted any trades yet that
he-
have actually come to fruition?
He just yells, pack your stuff and runs along insider hashtag, and that's his shtick. But I don't know. Are we going to see him on TSN tomorrow and see him going Yahoo on there? I don't know. That'd be interesting. See, Sam down in Baco, they were advertising this game real hard tonight, talking about watching all the Bakersfield boys up in the big leagues. And that was nice to see. That was absolutely awesome to see for sure. But bigger news is the simple fact that, yeah, the Oilers are up 1-0 after the first period, and all good. Could be worse against the LA Kings to start. And the loyalty, you're down for Tatar. Again, Tatar's a hard one depending on what you're giving up for the Oilers, but cap space also a hard issue. And that's the end of the day. Everything's going to be a hard sell with the cap space. And the whole league will be on notice if Avs land Price. Hopefully give up pretty penny. What do you think, Tyson? I think Troy said it best. It's a nice dream, but again, don't hold your breath and hope it comes together.
Which comment are we there? I really think Price is going to the Avs. I think the Avs are willing to give up what is necessary to get Carey Price. It's just whether Montreal is willing to give up Carey Price.
End of the day.
To be honest, that is my opinion on it. The package is pretty good. If I'm Montreal.
Have you seen the Jonathan Drouin tweet from Mike Commodore?
Well, I'm looking at my Commodore right now, and I'm not seeing what you're seeing. So, oh, there it is. Even if we just got Drouin, I would. Even if we just got Drouin, that'd be great. And correct, Tim, Price does have a no-moose clause, so it is up to him. But I don't see why he wouldn't want to, unless he really believes that Montreal can turn themselves around in the near future while he's still got some good time to play, because
he's already been in the league a lot of years. So
exactly. So.
And a lot of his early years when the Habs were a competitive team, Jarro Halak was playing a lot of the playoff games too.
Well, Jarro Halak did take over one playoff series for him.
That's true.
So
here we go, Jaden. What's going on? Looking good in the gear. Yeah, you know what? I don't have a wall behind me, so I thought I had to wear something tonight. I was going to wear the McDavid jersey, but that one, it stays on the wall. It stays on the wheel. And Shaden, we could only dream. Manning and Gagne for Palmieri. That would be quite something.
Landeskog or Nuge? Who do we prefer? Wow.
I think it's pretty obvious.
I think it's yeah.
One way and the other way, I think, is all we need to say on that one.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Can we prefer them both? Is that a thing?
I mean, Landeskog, I love that he fights.
Do we have to pick? I mean, Landeskog's been around longer. He's a captain.
Nuge is my guy. Nuge is a forever Oiler. Nuge is getting it right for not getting it right with Ryan Smith.
Sure. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't have an opinion on that one, to be honest. I think if roles were reversed and players were on opposite teams, I think they'd be doing the exact same thing for each guy.
Absolutely. So. And I think my thing, too, is if you know Dolynny TV history, this is a fun if you know question, is simply said, Landeskog at one point was part of the most viewed video on Dolynny TV.
All right, what was that? I was reading the comments.
Landeskog, Gabriel Landeskog, back in the day in 2014, just around Christmas time, got into a fight. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, back in the day on Dolynny TV, I was doing some very scammy stuff. I was going into the NHL video game, putting the two guys against each other, fighting them, recording it on my laptop, and uploading it to the internet as the real fight. Now, this fight somehow made its way all over Swedish social media. This fake fight. 7,000 views overnight.
That's insane.
the craziest video I had ever had on Dolynny TV to that point. So, fun facts right there. Oh my God, I'll be back when it's second intermission. Sounds like a plan, Shaden. And would I do a second 2020 second JP and Manning, not you JP. JP as in yes, Pugliarvi and Gagne for Anthony Thasiu and Mike Green, 50% retained.
Can I say no?
I think so.
I would say no to that all day.
Yeah. Simply put, and honestly, I'd be saying no if I was Detroit. Because the problem with Detroit, yes, both of them are free agents at the end of the year, but I think what Detroit really wants to do is if they're giving up assets, they want to get assets for next year. Not just take back cap that other teams don't want. Because at the end of the day, even though they're unrestricted free agents at the end of the year and it clears the cap anyway, Detroit is very limited on cap. I think they've got a lot in LTIR money, but they're at $80 million right now. So, again, I don't know. And from an Oilers perspective, too, to give up a second in JP at the trade deadline, I don't know. I don't know if Pugliarvi's moving.
You think he's moving?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I don't think there's a need to get rid of him right now. And I know all you Oilers fans are going to criticize me this to the death on this, but I personally think keep him around.
Yeah.
I mean, if teams wanted him, they would have asked for him already.
That's the true part. And I think
if nobody's wanting him, you got a new GM in there, you got a new coach. Let him come back. Let him try it out again. He's doing a whole new year over in Europe. He's doing well. I mean, he's a point per game guy there. So let him come back and try it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboard is behind, but we're back to the second period of action. The Oilers are off and running. And Commodore, yes. Commodore as in the 2004 playoff run, Mike Commodore of the Flames.
It is the same.
The Oilers now, Gagne back out there. It's Gagne, Chason, and who the heck? Is it McDavid up the middle or is it Haas up the middle? It's McDavid up the middle, so we don't have the dynamic duo together anymore. It's good news. Could be worse. As that's, whew. He never even had that puck. Mike Smith makes a weird save, but we'll take it.
Lucky.
And second round pick and Maximov for Duclair. See, this is the best part. This is why this live stream is so important tonight. It's just simply put, I would lose my sanity just reading all this on Twitter. At least being able to read and react in real time allows me to process my thoughts and have you guys hold me accountable too. Mm-hmm. And you don't see Yamo. Well, he's hiding behind Nugent Hopkins with Draisaitl right now. As he's out there on the ice, Adam Larson on the right wing. He's protecting the boards and holding up the winger, but Draisaitl's going to adjust his pants, and we're good to go here. Draisaitl against Trevor Lewis in the face-off dot. Oilers get it out. Nuge gets it out, in fact.
So I noticed Tim put up some stats here about Nuge's 594 games and 430 points. And Landeskog 624 games and 446 points. Not much to choose from.
Realistically, two very evenly matched guys.
I would say those stats are pretty even.
Yep.
So,
and both guys serve a very, very similar role. I mean, Landeskog, yes, the captain, but Landeskog's not, correct me if I'm wrong, on the top line 90% of the time, is he?
When he's healthy, we have the three-headed monster going most of the time, I do believe.
Oh, okay. Because who's the top line? McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog?
That is true.
Ooh, okay. Talk about loading up, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about it. Actually, who's down? Nuge just wrecks a man. Totally not interference.
And then doesn't move.
Here we go. Let's get this going. We've got Mr. LA King. I don't know who number 42 is. Guys, like 3 years ago, I could have probably told you who every LA King was. Mike Smith with another solid save here, but this year, I don't think anybody can name more than 5 LA Kings. Pretty rough.
I might be able to. And that's only because I'm watching this game and getting the names. I'm trying to remember.
Here we go. Who's got a chance to win $1 million tonight? That's always the challenge. I want to see somebody from Cold Lake have a chance.
Yes, Rantanen is injured again. Yes. But every injury the Avalanche have right now are all coming back before playoffs start. So
Here's a shot. Big save by Mike Smith. Oh, my goodness. It looks so awkward being makes those easy saves. Again.
why does everybody hate on Mike Smith so much?
I don't know. I get panicky because he just makes weird. That's, ooh. Archibald down in a hurry. He's just going to bounce right back up.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath on Archibald. He already broke his foot earlier this year. He's good. Look at this. That's sketchy. We need to turn that? All right. Turn that.
Grant is always injured, it seems. Well, I could say the same about Connor McDavid, couldn't I?
No doubt. Connor just times his injuries a little different.
Yeah. But yes, Rantanen is injured quite a bit.
Okay. So it went sketchy on one end to sketchy on the other end. But again, Mike Smith, this is the thing is in December he was sketchy and giving up just bad goals. All of a sudden he's been sketchy and making just unreal saves.
Well, I think he's just an NHL goaltender. Every NHL goalie goes through a bad spurt.
Oh,
where teams hate him and say, get him out the door.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat that was saying in December to rifle Mike Smith to Bakersfield? Anybody want to own up to that, considering he's pretty much single-handedly kept us in this playoff race?
Mike Smith?
Yeah.
Well,
not like stats-wise, but the simple fact that he's won. The W column's the big one.
Wins are huge.
He was 7-9-1 entering January, I believe, and you look at his record now, like 15-10-2 or something. Here we go, Mr. Patrick Russell, your man, busting in on the wing, leaving it there for Jujhar Khaira. And the same thing goes for Jujhar Khaira. I'd love to see him get a goal. Oh.
Well, I've already seen Jujhar Khaira score a goal. I want to see Patrick Russell score a goal.
Well, Jujhar Khaira is not going to score shooting the puck 10 feet into the stands. And 90% of my comments was to get rid of Smith.
Your comments?
My comments.
You want to get rid of Smith?
Not my comments. I think the comments on the channel is what loyalty is saying. And if my comments were, I'd say that's exactly to Troy's point. Is that's the way she goes with us Oilers fans. And I mean, I claim to try and be a special case by just being a little bit louder than most loudmouths on the internet.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm an Oilers fan. I'll own up if it was me. And not a lot of shots this game. Yeah, we're sitting at 9-8 entering the last 17 minutes of the second period. And Josh Archibald's already back out there. Nice to see the third line banging just seconds after going into the boards or post or whatever. And this chat being on this side is really messing with me. Normally the chat's coming in my left eye. So I'm seeing it click out of this eye. And this eye is a little bit, I don't know what's going on. I've had something weird going on.
Can't you switch it up?
I could switch it up, but it'll be good. Good. I'm also used to watching the TV on my right-hand side. That's the other thing that's messing me up here. So normally I have the chat. Actually, how I normally set it up, guys, if you're watching the Oilers Kings in the neutral zone, normally how the Dolynny TV setup is laptop is on this side of my desk. Then you've got, hold on, Connor McDavid doing some magic with Tyler Benson. I want to watch this. I'm here for all this. Darnell Nurse, cannon of a shot. Like Cal Peterson with a nice save, and Darnell Nurse can't keep it in. But that said, yeah, the Dolynny TV setup usually a lot more cramped than this. I feel like there's a lot more open space than I'm used to, so that's nice as well. And a comfy seat. I'm not used to actually being able to sit and relax.
Well, like we were saying in the Boston chat, you need just to get yourself a new chair.
Absolutely, that is priority number one in March. I have a lot of priority number ones in March, and I think honestly I was going to do special t-shirts. I'm just going to have to open up a bunch of online store designs, and that's something I might actually grab your help with tomorrow as we await the deadline to go through, is design some sick Dolynny TV shirts.
Well, I think you need to. I just seen your jacket actually.
Oh yeah, it's over there. I'd grab it. That's a beauty. That goes to work on, and then the old winter jacket from college comes off the shelf and onto the back, and that one doesn't go in the warehouse. Sheet metal ain't getting on that one. And
Nicholas says McDavid has only had 3 injuries in the NHL. Well, I'm pretty sure Rantanen's only had 2. So I'm not really sure what your argument is trying to be here. It does feel like Rantanen is always injured, yes, But as an Oilers fan, does it not feel like Connor McDavid is always injured?
Yeah, especially this past year. Okay, hold on. MVP season. My goodness, look at these ranks. 98 points for Draisaitl, 48 road points, 62 assists, 39 power play points. He's first in the NHL. The guy is an absolute monster. And game-winning goals, I believe, was the other stat on there. Smith is inconsistent, so is Nuge's scoring. Who cares if the net result is positive? James, life as an Oilers fan. That's it. That's all at the end of the day is Troy's doing the old Twitter check here.
Oh, I'm just looking at how many times Brandon's been injured because I don't want to start throwing out facts if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong about him.
Tim and Troy with the
Oh,
facts.
Troy, you and your facts. There we go.
Right on. We need Tyler Wright and Jason Balzner plus the guy who scouted them. Tyler Wright isn't. Who is he? Isn't Tyler Wright in Detroit? Or Tyler Wright's our pro scout, isn't he?
So this is Brandon's second injury, from what I've just read since joining the
Oh
Avalanche.
my goodness.
When
We
I
should have
missed
been
it.
paying attention.
Stats.
Was it
It was Nuge, it looked like.
was it Nuge or Draisaitl? I think JP's saying we're going in dry, but how about Nuge getting a goal? That second line getting a goal. Nuge deflection. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Sorry guys, I should be paying attention. Look at this right here. Shot, and where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? Mr. Nugent Hopkins. This really does not look like a play that results. Oh, until Kyler Yamamoto touches the puck. Oh!
That's a sweet tip.
Whoa! What? And Jones has 2 assists tonight in Los Angeles. That is fantastic. That is a heck of a tip. I mean, I tried tipping pucks with you at the outdoor rink earlier this year. If I could even come anywhere close to getting within 3 feet of where that puck was, I would have been doing good. That was a heck of a tip by Nuge. That's a huge goal, and I got the buzz. Yeah, phone reads Nuge. That tells me something good. RNH, his 18th goal of the year from Jones and Yamamoto. And this TV, I swear, looks fake. Compared to watching on my laptop and my TV at home, this TV looks fake, which is kind of weird to say about a real hockey game. But it
is weird.
I'm not used to watching hockey on a good TV. My TV flickers now. It's so old. So it is what it is. And look at that save there by Calvin Peterson. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead. Real debate for you two, McKinnon or Draisaitl. And what else? If I say something you won't hear me anyways, you'll just read it. Phil, what do you mean? Is that what you were trying to do? I think that's what you were trying to do. Sorry, not doing a very good chat job tonight, but a little bit different when I actually have somebody to discuss with instead of just yell to myself kind of deal. And Alberta Bears lost. Alberta Bears. You mean U of A Golden Bears? I don't think Calgary would claim those guys. Calgary doesn't claim the University of Alberta. Oh, and my sister's in her defensive driving course. Got to stop getting those speeding tickets on the QE2 on the way down here.
That's the way she goes, yeah.
So Nugent Hopkins' 18th goal of the year from Jones, his 5th assist, his 2nd of the game. So the guy's added 2/3 of his season's assists in one game.
Mm-hmm.
And Yamamoto, his 12th assist, so he keeps that point per game thing just going.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, that just makes me feel really proud that I predicted a Condor would come up and do something like that.
You did.
But at the same rate, I wouldn't have picked Kyler Yamamoto.
Who would you have?
I had Tyler Benson picked the whole way.
I
was
how unfortunate.
I was hard on Tyler Benson all off season, saying he's the solution. And now it's Yamamoto on that second line, just lighting it up. Well, let's be serious. Bright shot, dry, Nuge, works well.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. 40 games played, 2 goals and an assist. I suck and I am defense. Kev, 2 goals and 1 assist as a defenseman. As long as you're plus minus fine and you're shutting guys down and your team's not getting blown out when you're on the ice, I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
And David, yes, Nuge. So here we go. What do we got? 70 events in 75 hours at the Staples Center. Like, are there just going to be people sleeping in there to attend everything?
They got to.
Kobe and Gianna Bryant Memorial tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. They're airing it on Sportsnet 1. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a basketball fan, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow
Even
on
if you're just a
Sportsnet
sports
1.
fan.
Well, trade deadline, though. Let's be serious. I want to be on the main Sportsnet channel. Gotta hope the Oilers make a move for the views. That's kind of the end of the day. If you know I'm anti-trade, the views are where it's at on trade deadline day. That said, I don't want to give you a low quality video on trade deadline day if they aren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And Yamamoto is still 73 overall in NHL 20. Well, Yamamoto in 2026 was getting paid $7.5 million, so still got a good development curve on him.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody won $250 travel rewards card.
You notice how they're always in Edmonton, though?
What do you mean?
The winners of these things.
Yeah.
Always in Edmonton.
I've seen one Cold Lake person in my life.
Never seen anyone from Airdrie or Crossfield.
Well, you got to watch the Calgary Flames go. The Flames one is who has it down here.
It's unfortunate. Don't watch Flames games.
Only when they're playing Colorado Avalanche.
Do you think Yamamoto will be a permanent member of the Oilers in the future? That's a no-brainer.
Gotta hope.
It's a no-brainer. He's never going back down. And if he does, it'll be because he's injured and he needs to do a rehab stint.
Yeah.
That'll be the only reason.
Here we go. Trevor Lewis in and talk about him. Look at that. Going against Trevor Lewis of the LA Kings. Playoff veteran Trevor Lewis. And Kailer Yamamoto just barely loses that battle. That's nuts. Actually, first goal came from Grand Prairie. Oh, okay, Grand Prairie. Good old Grand Prairie. I was actually up there for the 2014 Alberta Junior B Provincials. That was the first time I ever did play-by-play.
Wow.
A young Tyson Dolynny had no clue what he was doing, but I survived. I managed. She was good. Trade deadline is 1 p.m. You better get up or you'll miss most of it. Tim, you can bet I'm going to be out of bed tomorrow morning.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Just like it's a work day. Because it is a work day, even though I've got the day off work. Here we go. Mr. Mike Smith. Good. Hey, they tipped the puck on Mike Smith and it didn't go in. Let's give him credit where credit's due.
Mm-hmm.
That said, Kev, see, this is the other side. Playing as a defenseman, he has no penalties in 40 games played.
Well, that's outstanding.
That's what you're doing right. And what do we got? Same with Bearsy. Oilers now, you're not going anywhere, kid. Yeah, absolutely. Bears not going anywhere. And to a lot of people's chagrin, I think, because a lot of people really don't like Bear as what he is, but that's the growing pains, right? If everyone's willing to grow and learn with Nurse, they dang well better be willing to learn with Bear. Because that's a solid right-hand shot defenseman of the future in Ethan Bear. If given how many minutes he's played this year, you even knock him down 2 minutes or so, good to go. Here we go. Mr. Tyler Benson. Come on, get going. Nothing there. Archibald up and in the air, and we've got Caleb Jones. I think Caleb Jones, from an offensive standpoint, is having an outstanding game, but I haven't seen Caleb Jones make a mistake tonight either. Look at that steady Eddie right there, Adam Larson doing his job.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. This pair's got it going. Very quiet in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of Oilers fans there too.
Yeah. Not exactly the most exciting game.
Nicholas, you got to go to the LA or U of A tomorrow. Going to miss most of the deadline due to classes. Well, that's generally the way she goes on trade deadline day.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Cold Lake, then usually it used to be a snow day. Or I had some weird appointment booked that day somehow by magic, but usually not. And let's see.
Adam Larson, will he be traded? Probably not.
No. I think Adam Larson, his window was to trade him right as soon as he got... Ooh! Wow, what a save by Mike Smith. Stuck right with him. That's a big one. Forbert getting in. Second opportunity. Look at this. They're getting the tips on Mike Smith, and they're not beating him. Oh, man. Is that not a good sign or what? Darnell Nurse firing that puck in. Is Alex Chase on not offside? Well, Connor McDavid's not going to mind. Kopitar for a second time.
Yeah.
Kopitar and McDavid. That's a good battle to be watching. Everyone makes it of Drew Doughty against any Oilers forward. No, Alexei Kopitar, absolute. Well, LA Kings legend. Another big save there by Mr. Mike Smith. And suddenly the LA Kings out shooting the Oilers 13-12 in this one. Connor McDavid's still on the ice. He's just going to dump it in on second try. Sure. And this, I'm glad I've had you because this one's been kind of tough to watch. I mean, yes, the Oilers have a 2-0 lead, but we have maybe 2 instances all game where we've had a second chance opportunity.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mike Smith's made some brilliant saves, but that one, that one missed.
Not even a save.
Wow, getting excited about nothing. Adrian Kempe scored 35 of 40 career goals at even strength. That's been productive. Jones need a little more development. Well, I think, honestly, development by far similar to what Ethan Bear's gotten this year. Caleb Jones has been excellent the past few games. And Adam Larson, great time to pair him up with him because Adam Larson's been the Adam Larson we all wanted back from 16-17 of the past 6-7 games. Mask save?
It appeared to be a mask.
Mike's, yeah.
I'm surprised he kept it on his head.
I don't know. He's just wild in the night, and look at that, bouncing in front. Now the Kings starting to ratchet up here. This isn't what you want to see with the Oilers up 2-0. The Kings putting in the work against William Legason. Legason somehow recovers for that puck. Solid effort.
And
look at this. Look at this. Yamo gets it going. You've got Nuge, Yamo. Oh, Yamo with the interference. Oh! 5-0 off the post, baby. Wow, what a chance. What a chance. And hold on, number 2 coming on up. Oh, Caleb Jones can't get that one through. Wow. Send down Legason and call up Josh Curry. Problem is, Josh Curry is a forward. Legason is a defenseman. We need defensemen right now. That is the key. Stats say 24 hits total, but I don't recall any big ones so far. I don't either.
I don't either.
So I think we're all in agreement on that one. And Mr. Kyle Yamamoto out there getting an assist. Well, hard work and assist off the boards. Back to the point to Jones. That dry settle chance, though. Absolute wow.
Yeah.
Ringing it off the post. Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? And every time I talk about it being a boring stream, because the Oilers aren't playing an exciting game, Kings are doing what the Kings normally do, then all of a sudden, bang, just like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when do we get Zach back? Zach's been suspended since the game against Tampa, so we've played Florida, Carolina, Boston, Minnesota. This is game 5, 2 more games from now. So the game against Winnipeg on the 29th. And Yami is a beaut. And you know what? At the start of the year, there was a lot of questions about Yamamoto being a bust. That is the other side, too. So Yamamoto coming up, proving the doubters wrong. Proving me wrong. Like, I was all when the Oilers needed to call someone up. I needed Benson up here first, and we got Yamamoto instead. And now the guy's got 21 points in 21 games or something stupid. And doing his thing. And let's see, just another defenseman besides Legason. Well, we need another defenseman up here. I think easy answer would be Joel Persson on $1 million contract. Logan Day is somebody I'd like to see at some point this year. Probably in that, you know how teams normally do those last few call-ups of the year in game 80, 81, 82 to keep the regulars out for playoffs. Ideally, I'd like to see the Oilers locked up by game 80. And then you'd be able to play some of those farm kids that haven't gotten a chance yet in the pro show.
Well, the thing is, I think with how tight the Pacific race is going to be, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be wanting to lock up as high a position as possible because you don't want that last wild card spot. You don't want any of the wild card spots, to be honest. So.
Is that Kyle Yamamoto?
It is. We're in One of my favorite LA Kings jerseys.
Oh,
That purple and yellow is dynamite.
and Nicholas is feeling the Benson first career goal. Well, all right. We can get it going. I could go for a Benson goal now. You've got a Nuge goal. You've got a Draisaitl goal. Benson goal wouldn't be bad. John, you're saying the Oilers need Ennis? Well, again, if the Oilers really need anybody, I think we'll see a trade at the same rate. I don't think the Oilers really, desperately need anybody to make this a better team, but to make this team with, what's the word I'm looking for? Not depth, but make it more dynamic. Like, obviously, right, if you take out a Jujhar Khaira for Tyler Ennis, that's a lot more scoring touch on the fourth line, or Tyler Ennis in place of Joakim Nygard, who's injured, that's scoring touch. But I don't know. Again, anti-trade sitting here, and that feels weird going into the trade deadline. Normally I'm yelling the Oilers need to trade everybody and trade for everybody, but at the end of the day, maybe not. So here we go. Darnell Nurse up into the play, fires a shot. Cal Peterson turns it away. And that's all right. Headhunters, let's not get into the name calling here. You guys keep it chill. Keep going. Purple was great when Darrell Evans wore it against Edmonton. Google it if you don't know. Here we go. That fourth line, greasing out there for a goal. My goodness, if Patrick Russell went, puts one home. 0 goals, 60 shots in 47 NHL games for Patrick Russell.
Give the guy a goal already.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Jujhar Khaira, Josh Archibald. Nope, nothing happening there.
Patrick Russell might have scored that.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Shan. Guys. 2-0. The Oilers at least playing a little bit more dump and chase hockey tonight. That's nice to see instead of trying to force the puck over the line every time.
Well, it'd be nice if it worked for him, though.
Oh! Big chance there, goes wide by Kempe. We gotta get this back. Drew Doughty at the point. Now I'm a little bit scared. Never mind. Reverse to Kempe. Doughty there. And all right. Okay, I thought that was Jones, not Sheahan. Thankful that was Sheahan. I was going to say that would be a dumb giveaway by Jones. Mike Smith, a couple of saves. 16 saves so far this game. And there we go. Rach, you're panicking a little bit? I'm thinking this one's all right so far.
This game?
Could definitely be worse.
Could always be worse.
Oh my goodness, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to it. As the Kings on it. Bear there. Chase on going. Oh, here we go. Breakaway for Connor McDavid, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he got hooked. That's what he's saying. Now he's got offensive zone time. 2 right-hand shots up there. 3 right-hand shots. Come on. Come on. Gotta agree. That's it. That's it. Tough. Is it Drew Doughty hooking Connor McDavid? Of course that's not going to be a call.
Well, I'm just trying to see what he's talking about here.
A little flick? I don't know. Oh, okay. They call that on the Oilers all the time. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think JP's got it right. WTF with no calls. I think that's a biased Oilers fan in me. Now, secondarily to that, if the Oilers got called for that, I'd probably be arguing why'd that get called.
No, it's just it.
That's the other side. I just keep it level. And I mean, the refs have been calling weird penalties. against the Oilers, yes, we've seen that way more times than not, but for the Oilers, we don't see that. No, that's exactly, Nicholas. Anytime it's an Oiler, it's called, but see, when it is called against the Oilers, I'm yelling that it shouldn't be, so I'll just keep it going, and I'm good. I'm fine. I'll sit down and relax, and we got 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Thankfully, somehow we didn't take an undisciplined penalty, right? Connor didn't take a retaliatory slash on Doughty or something, and then us to the PK.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be worst case scenario right there. And Tim with a little bit of a point there as well, knowing that McDavid doesn't get calls, but yapping at the refs doesn't help that scenario at all either.
No.
Because here we go, 2-on-1. Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, oh, Nuge, oh, on the line.
Hey,
oh. Peterson's
how does
going to
that
stick.
stay out? He's right.
Man. Wow. Then it just dies. That's been the story of the night. Just the puck dying on the stick every single time. Now the Kings get... Oh, come on, Dry. Move your feet. 2-goal lead. Dangerous. Just got to the stream. This is a new setup. Noah, this is a special setup. This is the special trade deadline preview. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on, Gagne. Oh, man. Just can't buy that second opportunity.
Nope.
No matter what we do. Is that like the Avalanche? Do they get a lot of second opportunities? Is that something they do?
Sometimes, you know.
Just is what it is some nights?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, McDavid close. And the boys are hungry. Well, the boys are up 2-0. That's a fantastic fact. The other side too. Ooh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring you some highlights. We're going to have a little bit of fun in the intermission. I can do that for you. We're going to play that highlight pack I showed you in the intermission.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Sam Gagne, Connor McDavid. Oh, McDavid! Let's go! Let's go! There it is. Sorry, Rach. I know you're trying to concentrate over there, but my goodness. That was beautiful. Right on. Oh, there it is.
That was a beauty.
Right up yelling. Oh, yeah. That's, you know, it was a good goal to win, eh?
Yeah.
The second text message comes in. Look at this. Connor McDavid. We were yelling at him to shoot the puck earlier. Ring, ring, ring. Ooh. Woo. Oh, man. But the stick work. Look at this.
Just made him look silly.
Oh, Drew Doughty. Good night. Good night. Whew. All right, 3-0. So we've gotten goals out of Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl, and McDavid. The big three with goals tonight against the LA Kings in what is a huge game for the Edmonton Oilers, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't do a game preview to tell you how huge it is, but this one gets us back within a point of the Pacific and knocks us down to an 11-9 record necessary for 94 points on the season and that magic playoff number if everybody keeps kind of doing what they're doing and we just get that number. So that's kind of the question. Of course, Arizona, Calgary, they're on the bubble, and they'll really determine what happens for the Oilers down the stretch. But Patrick Russell got an assist.
Not a goal, though.
Not a goal. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that is fantastic. The Oilers up, and now they're trying to give it away, and thankfully nothing there. Patrick Russell got an assist. Nicholas is in there. He's greasing to tell you that. So here we go. The Oilers up 3-0. This is not what I expected.
No.
I did not expect two nice goals like that. White, this is Dolynny TV, and this is a little bit more of a fired up Dolynny TV edition when I can react to a goal in real time. Winnipeg Jets fan in here. So this guy hasn't been in here for a while. His team's doing some things, trying to stay in that playoff race. Real deals with goal light, and we got things going. It's getting dark. Oh, man. Seatbelts save lives. Defensive driving looks like a ball. And what we got? Edmonton 3-0. McDavid's 31st from Patrick Russell. Bracket, not a goal. That is fantastic. All right, let me check some quick stats here. We're on intermission. I don't want to mess with the stream setup because I got a special edition so as I can see the chat a little bit different, because normally I have everything routed through my TV, but not tonight, ladies and gentlemen, not tonight. Oilers, what's the current score? Oilers versus Kings. How can I not? Oh my goodness, Sportsnet is so broken. Don't tell them I said that. I may want to work there one day. Live tracker. Live tracker, what's the live tracker saying? Connor McDavid, we want to check some ice time for him. Connor McDavid has played 11 minutes and 6 seconds of ice time through almost 2 periods. Not bad. Oilers haven't had many penalties, so this is good. And Dolynny TV has its first guest co-star. If you follow Dolynny TV long enough, as I told Troy, it has happened before with Mr. X Snipes Gaming. That said, Troy, first one to appear here on the Oilers streams, and we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, there's the beauty. So Oilers, 19 shots on goal. Not the Jets, the Kings with 17. Hits are 15-11 for the LA Kings. So, I mean, the LA Kings are just playing LA King hockey, finishing checks, I guess.
Yeah.
Face-offs won. This is why the Oilers are winning. The Kings have out-face-off the Oilers 24-16. That's the key indication why they're winning. Penalty minutes are 2 apiece. And giveaways are 6-4 for the Kings. So, again, that's another key reason the Oilers are winning.
Yeah.
And Connor McDavid, 11 minutes, 6 seconds on the ice. And look at that production, 2 points tonight. Solid effort. Can Connor get to 100 points this season? Well, math says if he does in the next, 21 games, does 2 points a game?
Not even.
Yeah, doesn't even have to do 2 points
He's
a game.
a point a game.
Yeah, pretty much. He'll be there.
Can Connor get 100 points this year? Absolutely.
And don't forget, Connor in March, especially Connor in March when the playoffs are on the line, is a completely different Connor McDavid than you see at any point of the NHL regular season. Unreal. Guy's a monster. Now that said, we've got our second line out here, and talking about another monster, it's Kailer Yamamoto, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And you know what? If Draisaitl's just going to skate that lazily over to his guy to force that play, finish the check.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to the box? Draisaitl?
Draisaitl.
Classic. Looks like the Oilers ain't making any trades. Well, I mean, again, like I said, trades are good for the views.
Mm-hmm.
Trades are good for the discussion. Trades are good for the excitement. That said, anti-trade still, I'm good with it, but what do you do, right? If you're Ken Holland, like every night in the past couple of losses, it's looked like we need a different thing, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, what an unfortunate penalty. Get the angle on this one. No, they're not going to show a second angle. High stick. Yeah, Draisaitl just turned into his man there. See, like, now you know what we're talking about, but it is what it is. Have you seen anything good on Twitter there?
Not yet.
Not yet. We are like, I think the deadline's 1 p.m. Mountain Time. We're a while away from the deadline yet, but my goodness. It's going to be interesting to see how she works at the deadline. And, Troy, as I told you, against the Boston Bruins in the chat, you know your live stream's doing well on YouTube when our Russian friends come in and chat with us. That's the second chat from the bottom. That being, I don't know Russian, so unfortunately I couldn't tell you that, but he's saying Los Angeles will score. I do not believe Los Angeles. Los Angeles will score.
The guy
Anze Kopitar, yep. The guy comes in here and gets it going. All right. All right. Our Russian friends have a quicker feed than us here in Canada, and that's totally fine. That's a huge goal. Kopitar. Unreal. All right. And that is as per customary. You go from that to that.
Mm-hmm.
When I get a 4-letter text, it usually probably isn't a goal for the Edmonton Oilers, unless that 4-letter text is Nuge. But we'll leave it at that. What's this? William Lagesson. Oh, yeah. William Lagesson, like, doing the splits to try and save that goal with what, his face? Oh, man, rough goal. Here we go. Others stay vigilant. Well, that's all we have to do. Just keep on our toes. We're up 2-1 2 goals still. Minute 15 to go in this second period. We'll be dandy, we'll be good, we'll be gold. Everything will be fine. There we go. Hopefully we can get something going. Mr. Drysdale, looking for it. Greasing for a goal. His second of the night would be dandy. Now Bear's going to pinch deep, and ooh, Darnell Nurse back on a one-on-one, and look at that play by Darnell Nurse. He gets the call and doesn't end up taking a call, so that's nice to see. And that one chipped back out into the zone. Sobershade, I don't think it's a here we go situation. The here we go situation is that Vegas is up 3-2 on the Ducks right now. That's the here we go situation. Look at this. Darnell Nurse up to Leon Draisaitl. Another 2-on-1. Who is it? Sam Gagner across. Oh!
No dice. Where's Kyler Yamamoto when you need him?
No doubt. Yamamoto would have been able to one-tee that. Gagner just, what, smacked it towards the net?
Yeah.
Rough go. Here we go. 9 seconds to go. We get a good chance late. You know what? Build off that, and Connor McDavid can't get that one down. 1 second to go. This is crazy. And here we go. Andrew's got the line of the night here. How many 2-on-1s are LA going to give up, and how many are we going to miss?
Mystery.
Rough go, but the Oilers somehow finish that period up 3-1. All right, guys, I'm just going to mute the mics here for a second. I'm going to go grab myself a drink, and we're going to be golden. We'll be right back. Hold on. Troy, just hold on a second here.
Okay.
We're going to prime up that video I was talking about. Let's get that going. Can I get that going? Where is it? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with like a 3-minute video here that I did yesterday. I talked about it in my video today, but what we're going to do is go get it, and we're going to go talk about it right here. It's the second cut. I wish I could play the first cut, but it's got copyright music in it. Here we go. Here we go. All right, you saw it already. Something about me from yesterday. That said, I'm going to mute the mics. This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, do I got the wrong intro tonight? Gotta remember how this goes. Hey Ice fans, I'm Tyson Dolynny. Welcome to Game 6 of the first round NEAJBHL playoff series for 2020 between the Killam Wheat Kings and the Cold Lake Ice. Long time no see kind of thing, I know, but that's not what I'm here to do tonight. Of course, we've got some highlights we got to get to from Game 5 between the Cold Lake Ice and Killam Wheat Kings last night down in Killam. We'll get right off with a running start. How about we go to that first period, shall we, where we'll get fired up. Puck comes out of the corner to point man Noah Cook, and he's going to work it down, makes a couple of moves, slides it across to Tyler Shankowski, buries the puck, puts the boys in blue up 1-0. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, that deserves some hockey hugs. And then, of course, the hot start continues. You'll see, yes, the Wheat Kings on a power play here. Puck comes across. They try to make the point pass, and picked off there by Nathan Duff, who's going to go back the other way on a beauty of a chance. Denied once, not denied twice. It's a 2-0 lead for the Cold Lake Ice. Killam, though, they get to work here late in that first period. They're going to go get the puck towards the net here as they get the zone entry first. Wrap it into the corner, and then they're going to funnel it right here to the front of the net, and that's where Kobe Churchin found it and buried it. And then we start off in the second period. Killam again getting to work, and they're going to funnel this one front of the net, same as last time. 2-2 between the Cold Lake Ice and Killam Wheat Kings. Now, with bodies flying all over the place in the defensive zone for the Killam Wheat Kings, Jaden Fry finds that puck and scores a 3-2 goal, a big 3-2 goal for the Ice. And minutes later, well, pretty much 10 minutes later, that's the beauty of a goal by Caleb Brunette. He adds another tally, and that gets the Ice up 4-2 in this one. Now, a massive collision, you'll see it right there, allows the Killam Wheat Kings on a turnover to get in on net and bury that one past Matt Henwood to only be trailing 4-3, that goal by Dalton Zemnuk. And then with just under a minute 39 to play in the second period, the Ice get this puck down low. And you're going to watch a bad clear there by the Killam Wheat Kings right to the slot. Justin Hodgson buries it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a 5-3 lead. We head into the third period this one here, the icing on the cake. Noah Cook wraps it around the boards. It's going to be down to Michael Munger, who takes his time, finds Nathan Duff, high slot, and ladies and gentlemen, that one seals the deal, a 6-3 win. Yeah, we were talking about hockey hugs. Of course, you got to get those in. Now, that said, all in all, it's a 6-3 win for the Cold Lake Ice last night. That brings it back home tonight. Game 6, the Ice lead 3-2, coming into action here at Imperial Place. What do I got to say? I got to say, let's get the boys going, get them fired up. We're in for a good one tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyson Dolynny. This is Cold Lake Ice TV. I am up on out of here. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You just finished watching 3 minutes of Cold Lake Ice highlights on Dolynny TV. That was aired on Cold Lake Ice TV yesterday and aired in the arena ahead of Game 6. That was a good little highlight package I did, I think, if I don't say myself, and you got to see it, right? I started it off with the good old Dolynny TV intro. They tell you, hey Tyson, thank you for all the help this year. If you want to promote yourself at some point in the playoffs, just do it. And then they asked me for a highlight pack midway through the series, right? Game 5, they're like, oh man, that was a great game. We need a really good highlight pack for Game 6 as the opening. And I said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I can do that. So I got that done, and well, there you go. You got to see the result, and I hope you appreciated that, because let me tell you, it's been a long time since I've been able to do a lot of highlight packs. That said, let's get back to the chat here. I've got the chat. Troy's out taking care of some stuff. And wasn't here. What's the score, Nathan? It is 3-1 for the Oilers. That said, Peterson is the luckiest goalie on the face of the earth. I've seen it in person down here in Baco, Sam. I can imagine so. And Terry, when were I sober? I'm always sober. Cheers, right? Cool job, cool hockey as EBG and has a good looking sport. What? Ah, cool hobby. Okay. Gotcha. And emergency backup goalie. That's what EBG stands for. Ladies and gentlemen, already $12 in donos on the page. Of course, shout out to Joseph, shout out to Michael, and of course, shout out to Drexel for the donos. You guys rocked it tonight. Whew. You know, like I always complain about my chair. I'm not complaining about the couch. I just need to sit better. Like, I actually need to sit back and relax. But it's hard to read your guys' comments from back here. And Nicholas, who's going to be the playoff starter? Honestly, you ride the hot hand. Kind of what the who was it? Penguins did for their cup with Matt Murray when Fleury wasn't doing as well. Ride the hot hand. I'm good. We've been doing it all year. Don't dedicate it. Don't tie your hands. And Braden Shen sniping it on Devin Dubnyk. Do we have any stats on views or not easily available for the special setup? Ladies and gentlemen, ooh, Robert asking for the view totals. Guys, this is a fun one. Got it right here on my phone. Let me get it for you. We're up to 7,545 subscribers, by the way. If anyone wants to hit that subscribe button right now, I would definitely be appreciative of that. That would be fantastic of you. So, this said, in the first hour of the live stream, right, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., we had a total of 294 people tuned in the live stream. The second hour, we're 53 minutes through it right now. We are going to refresh that. 197 people here in the live stream this hour, and of course the watch time minutes. That's another fun one for us. Is the watch time minutes? Why is it so low? What the heck happened there? I don't know. Real time, 48 hours. How about 2,845 minutes? Last hour. Guys, absolutely unreal. We were averaging about 40 through the first 2 periods of hockey, and that's 2,800 minutes and 45. That is crazy. An NHL report is very quiet today on Twitter. Hopefully calm before the stream. We absolutely got to get going. So that said, I'm going to kind of review what's going to happen with trade deadline day tomorrow. Troy's going to join me once again after the deadline has passed. We'll recap all the moves in our live stream. We'll talk all about it, and we'll get that going. Now, that said, what we're going to do all day is I'm going to watch the trade deadline, review, recover, recoup, we'll be good. And then we'll talk about the trades in the live stream. But if the Oilers trades happen during the day, you know Tyson's going to have the live stream up, or not the live stream, the video up 10 minutes after it happens. You know that for a fact. And you can count on that here on Dolynny TV. That's for sure. So 30 current viewers. Sitting here in the intermission, we got the Save on Foods commercial. 589 playbacks it's telling me. So 589 playbacks, that's not how many total viewers we've had. That's how many views we've had from guys returning and stuff over the course of the live stream. And that said, we're also up to 36 likes on the stream so far, guys. Appreciate that. If we can hit 40 before night's end, that would be fantastic. So if you're enjoying tonight's live stream with special guest Troy, who's been chilling with us all night, give that stream a like. And I got to get my back sorted out here. Really should actually sit back and relax, but I can't seem to have done that tonight. And Edmonton fans, these injuries can be the death of us. And then McDavid, hold my beer. Well, I think the hold my beer went to Leon Draisaitl, who's like, whoa, 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 whoa. You think Connor McDavid being out scary? Just watch me, Nugent Hopkins, and Yamamoto light the back of the net up like crazy. Whew, did he ever do that? That was nuts. Winnipeg Jets fan wins. Neil back. I think, what did Tippett say? A couple more weeks or something? To be quite honest, I did not catch that last week because I was too busy paying attention to work. It's been nuts at work, and I have not been able to do my Twitter checks during the day, so that's been crazy. Troy, back in here. He's ready to go for the third period. I don't think the highlight pack went over very well.
Chat died off pretty much.
Oh, did it?
But that's all right. The old Cold Lake Ice, not as popular here on Dolynny TV as they are on Cold Lake Ice TV. Let Troy in. Let's finish this off. I swear if we get into like a 4-3 game, I'm going to lose my marbles, but that said, it's going to be crazy. And Sam, talking about absolutely undressing Cal Peterson, did Connor McDavid.
Oh, that he did.
But I think the funnier thing is just watching Drew Doughty slide into the corner on that play. He was defending the 2-on-1. What are you going to do? But doing exactly what a defenseman's supposed to do, take away the pass and allow the goalie to take the shot. But when the shot's Connor McDavid,
Yeah.
I think Doughty did the right thing the first time by hooking him on the
What else
first
he's
breakaway.
supposed to do?
Exactly. Any plans to attend possible playoff games for the Oilers? Now I'll tell you this. Thing is, I'd love to attend a playoff game for the Oilers. But then I wouldn't be able to do a live stream here on Dolynny TV. And that's the counter argument for me, is the simple fact of there is so much growth to be done here during the playoffs here on Dolynny TV that we could possibly hit 10,000 subscribers on Dolynny TV during the playoffs. And I mean, if the Oilers make the playoffs this year, they should make the playoffs the year after. That theory would follow.
They should.
So logically, I had no real high hopes for big playoff moments this year. So if that's the key, maybe next year. Maybe next year is what I'm putting at that. And Nygaard expected back roughly mid-March. Well, Nygaard, hand injury. Have to get him on the ice, see how it feels. Mid-March, late March, early April. No different to me as long as he's back for the playoffs and can change a slow playoff game with a little bit of foot speed when Connor McDavid's not on the ice.
Yeah.
And he gets pins removed this week, and 2 weeks later he's back. So that's kind of what's going on with our man Joakim Nygaard. That'd be all right. Back on the Twitter machine. I should actually take a Twitter machine look.
Always got to look on the Twitter.
I wonder if
every
there's
now and then.
any upset Canucks fans. No, why can't I refresh here? And what do we got here? What's busiest? Get this man some hand sanitizer. Yeah, that was dirty by Connor McDavid. How many odd man rushes did the Oilers have in that period? I lost track. That's Daniel Nugent Bowman of the Athletic. Casual McDavid goal here. That just is what it is.
Yeah.
David Backes, over to the minors in the NHL with the Anaheim Ducks.
Good for him.
Good to see him back. And do you think Roslovic will get traded? Roslovic of the Winnipeg Jets, wasn't he at one point rumored to come to the Oilers? I believe he was. Now, Gene Principe is just interviewing absolutely everybody, it looks like, here in the intermission.
I don't see him getting traded.
And here you go, Jason Greger. Like, Jason Greger is one of my favorite guys on Oilers Twitter to follow. Great guy out of the TSN crew. Oilers have had 4 2-on-1s in the second, only scored on one. Draisaitl hit post on the other. They're getting loads of chances, still lead 3-1 after the 40 minutes, 2 periods of hockey. Okay. And then what else do we got? Nothing there. Brendan Dillon in the Caps Penguins game fights Evgeny Malkin, and I'm sorry, Matthew Tkachuk looks like a turtle. But what do you call that? Oh boy.
Well, I think that's just a picture. If we saw the rest of it, I think Malkin held his own.
And do I think Edmonton will trade for Tyler Ennis? We've discussed this several times over tonight. Again, depends what the asking price is. Depends if the Oilers can make it work. Technically speaking, they can under the cap, but what do you do with all these forwards here?
I don't know. I don't see it happening.
I don't know. It's any Oilers, like I am not. You'd think at the trade deadline, being an Oilers fan, being a guy that's been cheering for them to make the playoffs all year long, never given up on the team, and always been ready to improve this team throughout the year, right? Through September to December, I was all in on improving this team.
Yeah.
Suddenly, the last 2 months, I don't think I've done more than one trade rumors video January, February combined, which is where I usually talk about improving this team. And now we're less than 24 hours away from the trade deadline, and I have tried multiple times to name a guy I'm actually interested in and either dodged the question or failed to do so.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Really weird to me. But at the end of the day,
I think you just know the position the Oilers are in, and at this point, that there's not much that they can do.
and that's the tough part, right? Is anything that starts involving salary coming to the Oilers, suddenly you have to talk about Gagner. We've done that for a year and a half now, or a year now. Anything that involves picks or prospects, to me, 90% of the time is a non-starter. And it's just, what do you move if that's the deal, right? Kara and a pick for Ennis, that's what I think. The Sens might flip Kara to a playoff team. That's viable, right? The Kara option, we've talked about that. I know that wasn't a direct who to acquire. That was more of a what can you get for Jujhar Kara? And that's a tough one. That's all around a tough one because it's a guy that's an Oilers product, farmer raised everything all together and come up and made an impact and endeared himself to teammates, throwing down with several guys over the course of his career. But at the end of the day, for the past few months, it's been a black hole in the lineup.
Yes.
But what do you do? That guy, I mean, you see when he fights, he absolutely fires up his team even if he loses. But again, in the playoffs, is that necessarily what you need? Somebody that's going to drop the gloves?
Maybe not necessarily drop the gloves, but you need someone to fire up the team for sure.
That's exactly. And that's one thing Jujhar was getting called out for is the lack of being able to do it without dropping the gloves. Now, he wasn't dropping the gloves either, but I don't know. She's been a weird season. It's weird when you follow a team for 82 games straight.
Yeah.
And I'd be stunned if GM Ken Holland moves Bouchard Broberg to the Oilers' first overall pick, with Puljujärvi likely happening around the draft. I do think Oilers have add at least one depth forward. And that's the question. I think we're all focusing on all these names across the NHL, and none of us are going to guess who the Oilers actually acquire. That would be a very Oilers thing to do. And Ken Holland would get going. And potentially kick tires on a veteran D who can play 16 plus minutes. That's per Bob Stauffer. That's the interesting one that came out today. Now again, look at that. Not a name there. Just a veteran D that can play 16 minutes.
It's kind of what you have to leave it down to.
Yeah, like I think the best part of Ken Holland's trade plan so far this ramp up is he hasn't thought of names. He hasn't led on anywhere. He's kept his options very, very wide open.
It's kind of what you have to do right now.
Well, with the limited cap space, just finally moving Kyle Brodziak to the LTIR, there's a lot that the Oilers have done right here in the lead up. But the Oilers have to do something right here in terms of closing out a 3-1 lead in the third period in LA against the LA Kings.
It's
That's what it comes down
doable.
to. Finish 2-on-1s. I think that's all we have to ask for here.
I think they'll be lucky if they get at least one more. I'm sure LA went into that locker room
Look at that.
talking exactly about that. So
Started off, and we're going to start off with Gagne. Okay, sorry, I thought Gagne was dry settled for a minute, but we didn't get that going. And Tim's coming in with the most important update of the night. Vegas, Anaheim currently tied 3-3.
go Ducks, go!
This is huge. Ducks go get it done. That would be massive, especially in regulation. Wow. That's Dustin Brown.
It's a great shot.
We've watched him do that several times against the Oilers. I mean,
Oh, you can't be mad about that. That's
no,
just a good shot.
I hate Dustin Brown. I hated Dustin Brown for a lot of years, but then you see this. Just watch this. Busts in. And I mean, what's Darnell Nurse? Kept his man wide. Not the greatest shooting angle in the world. Until he backs down. And I'm good. Dustin Brown. Drew Mendez says it straight up. Not much you're going to do there. Good
That's
shot.
true.
Perfect shot. And hey, you know what? Sometimes other teams are allowed to have good goals.
No, that's right.
That's end of the day. As much as we're all homers for the Oilers, Troy being a homer for the Colorado Avalanche, end of the day, it's going to happen. Other teams are going to score good goals on you.
That's right.
As I'm sure a lot of LA fans are probably just absolutely mystified at that Connor McDavid goal too. And I mean, Drew Doughty, I don't think they're going to talk about sending Drew Doughty to the moon for giving up a 2-on-1 goal against Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
Kings all-time leader in games played, Dustin Brown. Wow. All right. That's a fun fact. Draisaitl. Ooh. Al Peterson. Good stretch. We got Edmonton 3-2 goal against LA. Brown's 13th. Kempe's 18th assist of the year. That's your scoring play. Come on, light the lamp time. Get those sirens going because, ladies and gentlemen, a 4-2 lead sounds a heck of a lot better than a 3-2 lead. And the thing is, like, this is actually messing with me a little bit, not being able to know the goal is coming beforehand. Right? Because actually watching the game in real time is freaking me out a little bit.
Ah, well.
The simple fact that I'm going to see the goal in real time and I don't know what's coming is just, I mean, it's led to some hyped up reactions, but it leaves me in a state of just panic because I don't know the future.
Oh, well, there's no need to panic. You still got the lead.
I don't know. It's the Oilers, though. That's at the end of the day. Oh, here we go. Shan with a nice shot, too. Day to panic? Oh, well. The worst thing we can do is panic. That's the end of the day. I know I'm talking about panicking, but I'm the one that always talks about not panicking.
So just don't panic.
Just don't panic. Let's go. 4-4. 4-4 between the Ducks and Golden Knights. Thought we were talking 4-3 Knights. Oh, 4-3 Knights. That's not what I want to hear. LA scores, then Vegas scores. Oilers fan worst nightmare on February 23rd, 2020.
Well, you're still winning, so it's not really the worst nightmare.
Man. I don't know. We lose this game. Imagine Twitter.
You're starting to jinx.
I know. Starting to lose it. Starting to lose it. All of a sudden get somebody who's got a voice of reason here and I start going the other way. That ain't just me. Look at that. That's like, that was an excellent chance to make it 4-2. And look at this. Drive to the net by Draisaitl.
Just
Couldn't
missed out.
tuck it. And then this chance by Sheehan. That's a fantastic effort, but you've got Darnell Nurse playing fourth forward low. I don't know if that's Archibald and Nurse just miscommunicating, or Archibald
Oh,
not
that's just-
getting there and Nurse saying, I'm going to get there instead?
Thing is, you got to be able to know when your defenseman is pinching that you got to cover his place. It's common hockey knowledge.
Well, and that's fair because Archibald's not a bad defensive forward, right? He's out there on one of the league's leading penalty kill units, so.
You don't even have to be
Oh.
defensive. You just have to be back there.
Here we go. Darnell Nurse and Ethan Bear back on the ice. Oh, Connor McDavid out there. There we go. 2 shots in 20 seconds.
Just shoot.
Oh, that is nice. 23-20 the shots here in this third period. And my goodness, it's already 10:11 in the evening.
I know.
Oh, I still got to do a game review.
These LA games are late.
So the next 7 games, 6 of the next 7 games on the road. Saturday at home against the Jets. If we survive this with a 5-2 record, my goodness, all of a sudden we're good. 3-2-1 with McDavid out of lineup. Not hard to say we could go 5-2-0 with McDavid in the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. That said, if you're just joining, definitely leave a like on the stream. It's been a little bit quieter tonight, but that's all right. It's the LA Kings, 8 p.m. on a Sunday night. School, work, life. Sunday night. Trade deadline. Twitter's a lot more fun tonight. In fact, some of my best Twitter impressions ever went out when Jonathan Drouin watch was on before he actually got traded to Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Leon Draisaitl bringing it in. Look at this. Just shouldering that puck. Oof! Come on, dude. Come on. Yamamoto getting a goal would be beauty. Oh, Benning. Right onto the stick. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Of course, it's this line doing it, but... Oh, here we go. Yeah! Oh! Oh! What a chance. Yamamoto turning over that puck and can't get it back in the net.
I think he should have shot.
Draisaitl a little mouthy after coming off the ice on that one at himself. Goodness. Wow. Look at that bang around, and then this just a little bit of a bouncer. Nuge with a nice stick. Yamamoto, oh, Yamo, tuck that 5-hole. It's the third period. Gobi absolutely is it the second or third. It is the third period, and that's a foggy camera angle. Yamo, everybody else got one. Get one yourself, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 14 and a half minutes to go in this third period. A 2-goal game entering the third. Now a 1-goal game after a beautiful goal by Dustin Brown. No arguing. 14:06 to play in the third period. During Kempe battles it in. Now this is actually a weird thing to think. The Oilers are capable this season of locking this down and just winning 3-2. I don't know if they need to push for the 4th goal. Obviously they should.
Well, you don't give up.
But as long as they're getting their chances, batting the puck, getting the goalie to freeze it a couple times and keeping it in the offense zone, again, simply put, you can play defense in the offensive zone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's, out of any of the Drew Remenda quotes this season on an Oilers broadcast, my favorite is, the best defense is played in the offensive zone. And I couldn't agree more. That's it. Watching them lock down a 3-2 victory, I'm not going to complain.
No.
W's are W's at this point of the season, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll take whatever we can get, but when you've got Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, I had a guy making a good point in the comments section earlier this week, saying simply you should have a big goal differential because you got those two. So we should be hoping they light it up. But again, I don't think playoff games are all going to be 7-3.
Yeah.
That's the tough part.
Well, you got to be able to win these 1-goal games. You got to be able to lock it down.
26-20, the shots on goal. My friends, we're in for a good finish now. 12:32 to go on a West Coast Sunday night in LA. As Sam Gagner pushing for that puck. Now Connor McDavid there. Alex Chiasson Grease into the front of the net. Chase on to Sam Gagne. Chase on there. McDavid double shifted. That's a good sign. I don't know. Well, actually, that's a good sign. He's healthy.
Yeah.
That's technically, but good sign that Dave Tippett's double shifting him. Otherwise, probably not, but we'll be fine. And now, look at this. Connor McDavid greasing along the boards. Oh, here we go. Bear the shot. Oof, tipped in front. Chase on couldn't get it on. Here we go. Connor McDavid turning it up, turning it on. And this is what I love to see. We've been complaining about it all game. And now back down the other way, and they're going to have Mike Smith play this one. White's getting the goal siren going. That's what we want to see. Guys, definitely get the goal sirens going in the chat. It worked last game against Boston to get us that 1-1 goal. So we'll take it. Let's go. 3-2, 4-2 sounds a lot better. I hope the others don't trade for Ennis. We can't afford to get any smaller, and it's only 5-9. We need to keep our tough guys for playoffs. That's the theory against trading Kara.
You don't really need Tyler Ennis.
No.
He's not going to help them.
And remember, he has 33 points on Ottawa. Ottawa is a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it was career high is 46 points, and that was in the beginning stages of his career.
Yeah.
So.
A lot to go. 27 shots now for the Oilers. Come on. They just got to clutch up. They're soft. Got 11 minutes to go. Now, Troy knows this well. He's watched enough live streams where I kind of get all like nervous and a little panicky and a little less talkative here as the game gets going into the third period late. Said, clutch it up. It is 10 o'clock at night. A little tired as well. But LA Kings taking no Darnell Nurse, sure. Now Yamamoto. Oh, that's offside.
Shouldn't be offside. LA put it back into the zone.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Look at this. It was that close. If he didn't lift that puck, just slid it in.
Well, I think even fake the pass and then come back forehand, and you can shoot it on blocker side.
Oy. All right. We've had 683 playbacks. Guys, I'm going to give you some key stats. I was telling Troy, the craziness from last night's Cold Lake Ice stream was the fact that they had 12 minutes and somewhat average view duration. Tonight, on the live stream here, we've had 7 minutes. I'm going to tell you, on a Dolynny TV live stream, the average watch time is 3 minutes. Thank you so much for spending a lot of your Sunday evening with me here on Dolynny TV and with Troy, keeping Troy up tonight.
Yeah.
As he's trying to get out of bed for 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, watch all the craziness happen, but as this night goes on, I don't know what's going to happen. What do we have? 1,157 minutes watched last hour.
There you go.
A total of, hold on, this one's going to blow your mind, 3,000 minutes watched in the first hour of the stream. My goodness, that is a lot of time spent yelling about the Oilers this evening.
Tell me about it. And a little bit of Avalanche talk.
A little bit. Still waiting for that Carey Price trade.
Won't know until tomorrow.
If that happens at 6 in the morning, like that just ruins trade deadline day.
Oh,
Like
it gives us lots to talk about.
Oh, but that's got to be the end of the day trade. Like that one that sneaks under the wire at 3:01.
Yeah.
Oh. And who's in net tonight, Jesse? It is Mr. Mike Smith. He's done a bang-up job. Done exactly what the Oilers should expect out of Mike Smith. No complaints whatsoever.
He's made some big saves.
LA Kings have 21 hits. That's what we're seeing. And on the other end, Kyle Peterson's made some all right saves too.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, Oilers just haven't been able to finish a couple of big chances or make the right decision.
A couple might be an understatement. They've got a lot of scoring chances that they haven't capitalized on. So,
and the other side problem is a desert team versus another LA area team is up 5-3 over those Ducks, and the division gets more interesting.
yeah.
Ducks have failed, won't beat Vegas.
True.
It'd be a Ducks kind of thing to beat Vegas in the last 8 minutes of a hockey game, though.
Well, maybe 5 years ago. Not anymore.
David Backus he just got activated to the NHL tonight. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. Here we go. Let's get that second line out there and let's get them producing a goal for us. Kyler Yamamoto needs one, right? If you've got a goal of Nuge, Draisaitl, and McDavid, I don't think Dave Tippett could draw it up any better in LA to have goals out of those guys and lead a hockey game. But Yamamoto scoring an empty net. I'd be fired. But Yamamoto scoring against Cal Peterson in the NHL, even better. Especially for Sam and our boys from Bakersfield who need to see that happen at the NHL level sooner than later, tonight especially. Finally, let's like 1 or 2 questionable goals in a game, but they seem to make him play stellar afterwards. I don't know. He hasn't let in any questionable goals tonight, Mike Smith.
I haven't seen a questionable one. I don't even remember the first goal, to be honest.
First goal, what was it?
Kopitar.
Oh, that was the shot across on Legason where he was doing the splits diving to save it with his face. Right?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm going to throw you guys one of these. Bang. And actually, why am I checking Twitter on my phone? But I've got it right here. Stay hot, Wild Bill. I don't like seeing
William
that.
Karlsson with a hat trick.
Hat trick. Oh, that's what we're talking about. How many tweets did the Kings or the Knights send about a hat trick? 1, 2. Oh, that's an NHL tweet. 3. 3 tweets about Wild Bill William Karlsson scoring a hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from 14 minutes ago. Alex Nedeljkovic and Anton Forsberg both up to the NHL. That you need to know about the LA Kings and Mr. Ayers getting the win last night. Tyson Fury went partying in Vegas and led Awesome Club sing along. That's a headline on TSN. Like, are you seeing anything about trades here? Ooh, what was that?
That's just who's going to be a buyer and who's going to be a seller.
So they're listing 2 Canadian teams, Ottawa, Montreal, and then you've got New Jersey, Detroit, and San Jose. San Jose, man, if they start selling things off, that's going to get fun real quick.
Well, they got no choice this year.
Another Wild Bill goal. And yeah, we've already read that. So Twitter, quite dead tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter is not the happening place. And hold on, now we're going to have another William Karlsson tweet from the Vegas Golden Knights. They're crazy. And holy, what's up with these commercials? A lot of commercials tonight. And Shirai, welcome in again. Thanks for joining us here in the last few minutes of this live stream tonight. As the Oilers got to clutch up, they've still got Gagne and Chase on. That's one thing I'll give credit to Dave Tippett. He is committed to his pre-game lines that he sticks to them all game long. Much needed change from Ken Hitchcock and Todd McClellan, who just kind of put the paper in the blender every 5 minutes into every game. There we go. And we need a goal. Yeah. We need a goal. Jason, do we ever need a goal? A goal would be huge here, that is for sure. And hopefully, led by either Gagne, Chason, or
He's something
Mr. Kyler Yamamoto. Ken would change lineup every period. Well, that's what Todd McClellan was doing. That's why I hated Todd McClellan. And then all of a sudden, Ken Hitchcock started doing it too. But I mean, you look at it was a who's who of who's not who for the Oilers last season, realistically, in terms of what they had in the lineup. Anytime you got Ryan Spooner doing what he was doing for the Oilers last year, and you got a couple other guys doing about the same thing. The Oilers getting a power play here, Troy. Dustin Brown not happy about it. He's pretty upset. Power play coming up. Todd McClellan's very upset. And hopefully we can go get ourselves this power play goal. And now this is going to be interesting to see. I did not catch who they had on the top power play unit last power play, because it was a very short one. And hopefully they send out there and ice Mr. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Alex Chiasson.
Oh, you want Chase on the power play now?
I messed that up, didn't I?
You did.
Calorie Yamamoto, ladies and gentlemen. Andrew, power play. Doing the math with Connor McDavid back, that's a lot harder than I thought. I had it right pregame, Rach, but good luck to me in the actual game, right? Keep my head straight? Probably not. It's a good thing I got you guys here tonight, because that would be a disaster. That's what happens these 10 o'clock games. You imagine if we play somebody West Coast like Vancouver in the first round of the playoffs? I have to use all my holidays in this 7-game series. And yes, they've got Chase on out there, so put the bed to rest and we'll be good. Chase on, not Yamo. Yeah, I'm correct. I'm incorrect. I'm disappointed. That's a big save by Cal Peterson, though. Oilers got their first shot in 4 minutes.
I just changed it.
So close. That was a nice play. Look at this. Oh, you got to see this play, Troy. McDavid on the backhand to Draisaitl, who flips it forehand to shoot it in the slot. Bear on PP1. Ooh, Bear's out there on the power play. Go Bear. Yamamoto going to score. Oh, we need...
Yamamoto isn't on the ice.
Yeah, we need Bear to score. Bear on the top power play unit, scoring a goal in his first effort with it would just... I don't know. I think part of Oilers' Twitter might have their heads blow off.
Isn't Draisaitl and McDavid enough on your first power play? Like, couldn't Nuge play with Yamamoto on a potential second pairing?
You could. That's what I was talking about. When I'm talking about Dave Tippett only knows how to run one power play unit. It's weird because we've got enough talent to have 2 deadly lines. Now that Yamo's up here, and you talk about having James Neal back too. Suddenly you can knock down Yamo, Chase on Nugent Hopkins. You have Nygaard, Haas, somebody on that top unit with, I don't know, Clefbaum on the second unit instead of having him on the first. A lot of decisions. However, 40 seconds to go in this power play. Oilers have had that one good Draisaitl chance. Now they're going to chip this one across to Draisaitl. 33 seconds to go. And they're just going to pass it through Chason's legs. Chason's luckily going to get there. And, ooh, come on. We are cooking now. 26 seconds to go. Draisaitl. Why is he trying to pass that? And, oh my goodness. Brutal. Mr. Connor McDavid, come on. Come on, Connor. Back to the point. Nurse out there on power play unit number 2. Ooh, Chase on greasing for it. Can't get it going. Can't get it going.
No, that's a bad giveaway.
And Jacob, how is McDavid looking tonight? Pretty good. Ooh, Darnell Nurse. Oh! Coming back
He's got
door.
2 points, so I'd say that's...
He's looking good.
I'd say pretty stellar.
And a stellar goal, too. 3-2 with 5:36 to go. Big save there, if that was a save. And Nurse can't hit the net. No, he couldn't hit the net there. That's tough. Brittle PP, you know what? We've had a lot worse. Honestly, we actually set up in the zone for more than 20 seconds on that power play. So I'm not going to call it brutal. That's what I define as brutal, is when we don't set up in the zone for more than one shot. And look at that. That Chase on chance. Tips it, and that's just a goalie who's got legs right there, and Cal Peterson getting it going. Would have liked to see Chase on chip it up, but even at that, it would have been a toe save. So not much you're going to do, realistically, at the end of the day. And Nurse big nothing. Again, my opinions are mixed. And good for him, not all Oilers fans, not an all Oilers fan, but you're happy to see him back. Jacob, well, we appreciate that. We appreciate your support for our captain, Connor McDavid. He's excellent. We don't mind having him. And let's see, Sam? Go Edmonton, I got money on them. The last team on my slip. Oh, Sam's betting on it. Sam's got one more hit to go, and if the Oilers win it, he hits the slip. Ooh,
well, that's huge.
That's huge. We'll try and bring it home for you, Sam. Stay tuned. And status update, 43 likes on the stream so far. Let's get that up to 50 before this stream ends. That'd be much
I can't
appreciated.
even tell anymore.
Oh yeah, we're just watching the cheeky William Karlsson goal. Never mind. Let me refresh Twitter. Peter did not have a good night with the Anaheim Ducks and Golden Knights game.
Nope.
We'll close Twitter on that. Up to 47 people. Oh my goodness, we were down to like 25 at one point.
Yeah, I noticed the chat's starting to heat up again.
Here's the play of the night, Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
And Drew Doughty. Like, somebody needs to make a gif of Drew Doughty sliding that like 2 feet he did and just slide him through space. You know how they used to do on Twitter back in the day? All the weird like space photos. That's absolutely. And me, where's the cat? Cat is at home. I'm not at home right now. That's the beautiful part.
We do have a cat here, though.
That cat doesn't come out till the next morning.
True.
It's weird. And here we go. We're back underway, ladies and gentlemen. Last 20 minutes of hockey, 40 minutes of commercials.
Ain't that the truth?
They just need to stop covering the puck. It is Sunday. It is the second game on a Sunday night after Rogers has already had their hometown hockey special, so they have to make up for all the time Ron McLean spends over explaining stuff.
That's true.
I feel like that's very true, but I don't watch hometown hockey. I watched the first one the full way through, and unless the Oilers are playing, I don't really pay attention. There we go. Tyler Benson, Riley Shan, Matt Roy. That puck played up. 4.5 minutes to go, and they got the Go Kings go chance going at Staples Center. All right. Weird. A lot of weird colors in that crowd. A lot of Kobe jerseys, I think.
Yeah.
Still a big thing in LA. Still a very big thing.
I think it will be for a very, very long time.
I know I don't comment on that often, but I couldn't believe the news when I heard it. And what is Bears ice time now? I don't know. Bears had a pretty solid game. I don't think he's been scored on. Or I think Darnell Nurse was scored on. Bear was probably on the ice, but it was on Darnell Nurse's side. So, and that snipe by Dustin Brown, I don't think there's any way to sit there and blame Ethan Bear for that goal.
Looks like 22 minutes.
And their arena is louder than ours. Yeah, they're getting loud, but I mean the Kings are down a goal within the last 4 minutes, so that's fine. I mean, they're supposed to get loud. The Oilers get loud. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sportsnet just does a terrible job getting the sound on the television.
Yeah, agreed. If you've ever been to Rogers Arena, you would know it's not a quiet atmosphere.
It's just, yeah, I don't know. And especially like every game I listen to, the TV volume's way down, so real tough to determine what's going on, right? Vegas Golden Knights 5, Anaheim 4, and there isn't an F next to that, so Tim might be telling us they scored with the goalie out. That'd be something.
Let's hope.
Tied up, that'd be all right. What? Hold on. What?
What?
Hold on.
What does it say?
That doesn't look right. Go to Twitter. Go to Twitter. Something doesn't look right. Oilers trade Kyle Broad. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking trade news on Dolynny TV. We are not doing a game review this evening. We are heading off the live stream right now. The Edmonton Oilers trade Kyle Brodziak and a conditional pick in 2020 or 2021 to the Red Wings for Mike Green. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking trade news. We are serious. X-Snipes breaks it to me. We've got Oilers announced they've acquired Mike Green for Kyle Brodziak, who is on LTIR on a conditional draft pick in either 2020 or 2021. We got Mike Green. How did we do that? Because the cap space doesn't work out. Legitimately, I don't know how that works. I couldn't tell you. How does the cap space work? You get on the Twitter machine and figure that out.
I haven't even found the trade on Twitter yet. I don't.
What is going on here? Mike Green to the Edmonton Oilers. There's your veteran D-man who can play 16 minutes a night, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, Mike Green's rejoining his old boss. I don't care what happens the rest of this hockey game.
I can tell you right now, Mike Green can quarterback a power play better than Bear and Darnell Nurse.
That's absolutely. He did that for years in Washington.
That's right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to finish off this game. Hopefully a big Oilers win. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is your news. The Oilers have made a trade, and I got to get to that news. How does the cap space work? That's what I'm going to wait for before we get to doing a video on it. So please pardon me, but I'm thinking they're retaining or Russell is done for the year. Russell could be on the LTIR. That's the potential they're throwing out there. I don't know how that works, but Mike Green, ladies and gentlemen, is an Edmonton Oiler. 6 years ago, I would have probably absolutely lost it if Mike Green became an Oiler. This year, a little bit different, but something's got to happen. I don't know what's going on. Phil, I'd love to show you the game. Can't show you due to copyright restrictions, if anyone's wondering. 44 likes, guys. If you like that Mike Green is an Edmonton Oiler, leave a like on the stream. I'm going to guilt trip you right there. Mike Green is an Edmonton Oiler. Okay. All right, trade breaking news.
So it's official, but
it's official, but how's it official? Check if Elliot Friedman has anything on his Twitter timeline explaining it.
He just retweeted it. That's about all he's done.
Mike Green was never an Oiler before. We got to move a big contract, or else Chris Russell is on LTIR for the rest of the year.
I think that's a great trade, to be honest.
Oh man, a conditional pick for Mike Green with Kyle Brodziak out the door?
And that condition is based on probably how far the Oilers go in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
That's a huge pickup.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll finish this last minute 05. We'll finish this last minute 05 and we'll be good.
There's got to be some retention on his contract.
I mean, if it's a conditional fourth that goes up to a second, here we go, Archibald with the empty net. Yes, sir! Archibald seals it, ladies and gentlemen. She's an all-around good night. We got a lot to get to still, and I'm glad I am here rather than at home because you guys...
there it is. Red Wings retain 50% of Mike Green's salary.
Red Wings, all right. There we go. So Mike Green's salary at whatever it is.
Mr. Pierre LeBrun.
Pierre LeBrun getting the job done. It's a goal for the Oilers, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Archibald on the break, and guess what? It's Connor McDavid from Riley Sheehan to Josh Archibald. 5-5 Vegas Golden Knights and Anaheim Ducks. Woo! Coming together now, ladies and gentlemen. It's all coming together.
Talk to me about that worst nightmare as an Edmonton Oilers fan, where the Ducks were losing, and
I don't know, man. I beyond me.
Patrick Russell.
Just shut up and don't open my mouth. That's what I got to learn to do. That's all it comes down to. But then good things wouldn't happen or bad things wouldn't happen. Conditions on the pick. Gobi, I wish I knew what the conditions. Detroit gets a fourth in 2020. It turns into a third in 2021 if Edmonton gets to the conference final and he plays in half of the games.
Perfect.
Edmonton Oilers acquire Mike Green. All right, who's got the conditions on the pick? I need to know so as I know where I'm going to clip stuff from Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, a power play coming up. Oh my goodness, what a night this has turned into. I got to get to that Mike Green news. I'm not going to leave you. I'm committed to this stream, but as soon as this stream fires off, we're going to get to the Mike Green news as soon as I can clip stuff, and then we'll be gold. Oilers have acquired Mike Green from the Detroit Red Wings in exchange for Kyle Brodziak. Of anybody I had pegged to be traded at the deadline, I did not have Kyle Brodziak pegged.
It's a fourth in 2020 or third in 2021, but that's all that is given me here.
Okay. Absolutely unreal, ladies and gentlemen. That is trade deadline day to an extent. Wings retain 50% of Green's salary. So I guess the Oilers activated Brodziak off of LTIR, which would I think that would then make that work.
Well, if you keep him on LTIR, that frees up the cap space.
True. 50%, that's interesting. Fourth pick, that's sweet. They did not get happy to see it. Okay. And what a trade. Yeah, absolutely not. 6-on-4. The Kings trying to close this one out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it Oilers win in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am going to catch you in the trade video coming up. Stay up. I am up on out of here.